Hello everybody and welcome back to some Minecraft. We are here again with Nevernamed. We left off in the nether last time. It's been a little while since we played, I know. I do apologise, but it's kind of difficult for us to find like times where we're both in the mood for Minecraft and we both have the time because of like time zones being across the world from each other.
Yeah, I'm depressed and he's British, so...
Exactly. That's like, it's the classic combo.
Yeah, like, Britain and depression? What could be more iconic? Other than Britain and India.
The famous comedy duo, Britain and Depressed.
Like, you joke, but that's literally like most British comedy is look how terrible life is.
Pretty much, yeah. I gotta say, British people just kind of thrive on their failures.
Yeah, I mean, how do you think they took over? I need to stop. Like, I find the British Empire endlessly funny and relentlessly mock it.
It's pretty fascinating how they managed to do so much with so little, really. And, like, kind of fuck it up at the same time.
Yeah, they took over, like, half the world with, like, some rocks and mustaches.
Like, where are we going and what are we doing? Do you remember?
I don't know.
Are we making our way back home? Like, where's home?
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what we're doing, dude.
Do you remember where home is?
No, I don't remember where home is. Do you remember the coordinates?
Nope. There's an image that I sent you, like, 3 months ago. If you go and find that.
Oh boy, well, you know, I'll see what I can do. Make sure I don't die. From user turgid smelling image.
Smelling.
Isaac screenshot, bat screenshot, picture of sewage river, another picture of a sewage river, picture of a balcony, Isaac screenshot, here we go.
I was really wondering about when you had a picture of a sewer then, but you're talking about I sent you the picture of the canal, aren't you?
Yes. Sewage river. 4217.
4217. Lead the way, Columbo.
That's not my name. 42, so we need to go this direction. Okay, let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna go back to the base and hopefully start some building because we've been really slacking on that. I basically never
do some building today.
Well, basically no. I decided that Nevername's gonna do some building because I'm not creative, and I'm gonna gather resources for him so that he's fueled for his building, and he can actually make something that looks nice.
I'm barely capable, is how I would describe it.
You are definitely far, far, far more creative than I am.
Yeah, but
like
I'm not
the fact
good at
that you can do
voice a lot.
sprite art and all that sort of shit, like, means that you know how to be creative. I don't. I'm terrible at that sort of stuff.
Yeah, but this isn't sprite art.
No,
it's
I know it's
voxel
not.
Art,
I know
very
it's
different.
completely different artistically in terms of the method, but the similar mindset of being creative still applies. Like, you're gonna have better ideas of how to implement them than I am.
Yeah, I suppose.
Ooh, I
Oh,
was gonna
what?
say you lagged real bad, and that was so weird.
I lagged, like, took suffocation damage because I teleported. Something happened. I don't know what's going on. I'm scared.
Something weird happened.
These are strange times that are upon us.
Strange times indeed. But yes, we're going to chug our way back, and then we've already got quite a lot of resources, but I'll probably go up top and gather some more wood and stuff that Nevernamed needs, and he'll kind of focus on the on some of the sort of preliminary building parts. Because what's sort of the plan? Are you going to like build up the little modules
Assuming I have
first?
a plan is very ill-fated.
We kind of had that idea of having these sort of like modular parts of the base where they're all connected by like sort of hanging wooden bridges. So I guess maybe make the modules first and then connect them later.
It's a very bad idea indeed. Okay, well, we're in a pretty precarious position.
Yeah. That we are.
But yeah, with regards to the sewage river, Turtle sent me the screenshot, not screenshot, this photograph of this place where he was like, oh, isn't it lovely? Like, the weather's lovely, and it's
I was
just
out
this
having a
river
nice
of, like,
walk. And
Thick
I was
sludge.
It wasn't sludge. I was out having a nice walk in the city I live in.
What would you call it then?
To the town centre, and I was walking down by the canal. It was lovely, and the water in the UK generally isn't crystal clear anywhere. It just isn't.
You could say that. Yes, you could also say
God,
it
this
looks
guy's gonna
like
shoot me
somewhere.
off of this thing. Am I wearing gold? I'm not wearing gold.
No, you're not. So just don't be an idiot. Don't get shot.
Yeah, just
dodge the bullets.
Get onto the land.
Yeah. So yeah, he sends me this video of what looks like a river of like liquid shit.
It was a river that was definitely a darker colour than water should be, but that's just because it's muddy. Like it's a canal. They get muddy.
I've seen rivers before.
Yeah, but rivers in the UK aren't fucking nice and pristine.
What?
Why is he attacking me?
Oh wait, they get mad when you mine gold ore. I forgot.
Odd.
Yeah. I almost pressed H to heal. I've been playing too much Terraria.
That's definitely another game we can get back into soon.
Yeah. You know, I could even try and play with you, even though the netcode's shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, like, I've seen rivers before. They don't look like that unless you've been through flooding.
It's not a river, it's a canal.
What's the difference?
They're very different. One's a river, one's a canal.
I'm not a hopped up maniac. I'm not a hopped up maniac, Mom. I'm just the regional manager at Arby's. What's the difference?
Yeah, it's a canal. Canals are different. I don't know how, but they definitely are quite different than rivers.
Vote in the comments below. Is a canal a river? This is going to be the next big meme, big channel meme that you like ride off for the next 16 years of your YouTube career. Like everyone has that one joke that people keep asking them to repeat. And it's like, is it a canal or is it a river? I don't know. Ah, shit.
I'm going to start like a channel that's just like reviewing canals.
You can be a big dude. I don't like how much that fitted in with what I was saying.
Started. We good? We good?
We are not good.
I
don't know what we are, but we are. Yeah, I'm leaving you there. There's a mushroom over here. Ah, sweet respite. You want to take that mushroom with us? I don't have inventory space, so keep it in your hand.
Yes, I'm doing now.
I don't think they care if it's in your hand, but just make sure you can place it down.
Yeah. Throw it down as soon as someone gets near us. We should be through this area pretty soon anyway, so it doesn't look like a huge biome from the outside.
Yeah.
Let's just dig through here. Yeah, it looks like digging through is just the best idea here.
Good grief.
Good grief.
Yeah, yeah, we have rivers here. They don't look like that.
I mean, like I said, generally, sadly, like in the UK, the water's just not very nice. You don't want to go in it. Like the sea is just kind of brown. Yeah.
You can go down to any local river or like any local coastline and dip in the water without fear of like irradiating myself.
There is clear water in the UK, but it's not super common. Like I said, if you go to the like the beach or the seaside or whatever, like.
We've gone about 200 blocks too far in this direction because we were too busy focusing on talking.
That's fine. But yeah, like the sea is just kind of a murky brown color.
I need to change my UI scale because it's taking up half the screen having F3 on. Where is that in this menu? Video settings. I don't know. Chat settings, perhaps. That shouldn't affect the whole UI, though, should it? What? I'm so confused. No, video settings. Where's the fucking setting? The UI scale. Map. What the fuck is a map level? I don't know what a map is. How dare you say that about my map? Oh, okay, wait, shit, what am I pushing buttons by accident? What are you doing? Are you trying to put me in a pit? I know your games.
I'm just chilling. Destroying some mushrooms because it makes a funny noise. Let's go.
I'm still trying to find those settings.
Go.
Okay, it's not text opacity. I give up.
Isn't it GUI scale on video settings?
Video settings.
On the left side.
Oh, for God's sake, I was looking for a slider. That's
You're
better.
fool. You're fool.
Don't call me a fool. You're British.
Yeah, but
Watch out,
that's
pigs.
okay because like I'm okay to be. Everyone knows it, so it's fine. When you're a fool, it's out of the ordinary, so it stands out more.
The British invented Punch and Judy.
Yes.
I think.
No. Be scared. Be afraid, big boy. Be afraid.
Punch and Judy has always been one of those things where it's like, you would think that, like, it'd be one of those things that people would remix and reinterpret in popular media a lot more. Like, you have, like, Alice in Wonderland, you have, like, all these things from, like, jesters to this to that, all these other sideshow attractions, but then you have some that just don't get that sort of attention.
It's a bit odd, isn't it?
Judy. Punch and Judy is a fascinating thematic that could be used to great effect, but people just seem to have forgotten it exists.
It's been thrown by the wayside.
I'd wager that the majority of people listening to this or watching this, in the rare case of people who have eyes, would not know what Punch and Judy is.
I've heard of it, but not much.
It's like this classic, like, puppet show where Mr. Punch would abuse his wife.
Classic British humour.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it happens.
I mean, it definitely does happen, yeah, but...
Sometimes she's speaking out of turn and you just have to hit her with a big stick, the good old British way.
Put a muzzle on your woman. Easy.
Okay, we have to go this direction.
Let's stop being sexist and carry on.
The TurtleMelon.co.com.cock does not support domestic violence.
Nope.
Yeah, you probably should have took... I like how there was a pause between you confirming you do not actually support beating people.
Well, it depends on how they act, God. No, I'm joking. Don't beat anyone. Apart from if it's Nevernamed.
You know, unless they like it.
Well, yeah, that's true. But that's not really beating them if they like it. I feel like...
No, it's Turtle. Trust me, it's still beating.
It's beating off.
No. Oh, you poor sweet summer child. Oh, I came through here, and I saw that, and I was like, why the hell have we walked into, like, a blood lake? Because all I saw was red.
Yeah. Red mist. I think I see a walkway over to the left, look. Is that something we've made? Or is that just how the land's formed?
That's literally how we came out of the area before we made that. We've just gone in a circle. We made that earlier.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
We've just gone in a circle.
Where are you leading us, Nevernamed, you fool?
Okay,
Do you wanna, like, pay attention to the coordinates
this is comedically, like, incompetent. What hole did we just come out
I can't
of?
be held accountable.
No, let's just go in this direction. Actually, no. Wait, let me check the screenshot. 42 by 17. Okay, okay, we have to go in this direction. Okay, please, I'm doing my best.
Wait, what? We have to go, this is literally the exact opposite of the direction we came the first time around. What
Shut
have you
up.
been doing?
Listen, I don't know. Shit's been fucked, man.
Shit's...
I don't know what's going on. Stop eating the steak! I'm trying to place blocks.
Be very careful, there's a skeleton at the other side.
I just want to die. I just want to die. Kill me, you motherfucker.
Nice.
He didn't.
Right. Let's hope we're on the right track this time.
Oh, Jesus!
Big lava
I
pool.
almost walked right off. Go in there. I almost walked right off that ledge.
That is a drop and a half right there. Holy shit.
Yeah, I have my brightness level on moody.
Why?
Because I like the way it looks.
But it makes things so much harder.
Yeah, I know. But I like the way it looks.
What's mine on? I don't even know where brightness is. Oh, mine's on bright. Mine's on full.
Yeah, so you're seeing like flesh tones. I'm like crawling in the dark.
It is it is nice for atmosphere, but honestly, it makes the Nether like so much more deadly.
You know what? Video settings. Let's go. Not too much brighter, but I went to like 30% brightness.
I wish you could see a little bit more now.
It doesn't matter if it gets me killed. If it looks pretty, then I'm going to take it. I would not survive in an alien planet.
To be fair, I remember when I played, I know it's a completely
survive on
unrelated
Earth.
game, but I think it was Ghost Recon Wildlands, had like, it had really customizable UI and settings, and I remember making the game like basically no UI and really dark, because it just made the game a hell of a lot more fun, because it was way harder.
There's no point in collecting these, but I was thinking like, if we
Fun?
found some like twisting vines.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Or,
We can get a bunch of bone meal out of this. And they also make
there's a
really nice
ghast tier here.
sounds. There's a ghast tier? Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, ghast here.
Ghast gone up and died.
Is that a lava flow or is that something we've met? Oh no, it's probably basalt. Yeah, it's basalt. Oh god, the creepy noises are back.
Oh no. Like, I don't know what's more eerie, when it brings back the creepy noises or when the music just stops completely and leaves you with just the sound of you placing
When it
blocks.
stops completely, I have to put up with you.
Exactly. But with me, it's like,
I was gonna
part of the charm.
place a block there, but then you got in the way. There's some very nice nether architecture, though.
Honestly, yeah, the Nether update is so nice. Like, as much as it makes it more dangerous, and that is like a good thing in itself, but it is just so fucking pretty. Like, I was just talking to Nevernamed prior to this recording about the new experimental snapshot that they've added. That,
Oh, speaking of ghasts.
Experimental snapshot they've added that
Sup,
basically
fucker?
it brings nice one. It brings back all of the world generation from the snapshot we're on now, like the height limit and the new caves, but it also adds in the new mountains, and it changes surface level generation of terrain and biomes by quite a bit, and it looks
So we could
nice.
load that snapshot. So we could load that snapshot without like breaking the world height.
I'm not sure, because the snapshot isn't like a normal one. You have to like download it separately, so I don't know if we can actually implement it onto the server or not. Because it's like normally with the way that we run our server, the website, you can just literally click on the snapshot you want to update to, but because this is an external download, because it's an experimental snapshot, not an actual snapshot, I don't know if we can do it.
What's the point of the fucking snapshots? The point of the snapshots is that they're experimental.
Yeah,
so they've
I
released
really-
an experimental experiment.
I really don't know why they've done that, but anyways, that's what they've done. So I'm not sure if we can get it running on the server until it officially becomes an actual snapshot, but when it does become a snapshot, we should be able to update to that version without breaking anything in the server.
Hey, you
'cause
know what?
The height limit doesn't get changed.
We're patient.
Yeah, I'm gonna say. Honestly, we've got enough going on in this snapshot, anyways, and honestly, like, we've loaded so many chunks around our base, anyways, that we'd have to go on quite the exploration before we
Run.
Yep. We have to go on quite the exploration before we saw any of the new stuff, anyways.
Don't get in my way.
We really need to get
Trying to
shulker
prevent
boxes
you
at some point, so
from
we can we can move bases or move stuff whenever we want to. Not that I want to leave our base behind, but like when the new snapshot comes out, I'd like
Our
to go like
base is
adventuring.
the best base, and I hate you.
Honestly, our cave is fucking amazing. I love our cave. It's so good.
Yeah. Oh, you know, oh, ooh. Ow. A ruined portal.
Oh yeah, I see that. I do have some iron on me if we need to make a flint and steel. Oh, actually, I don't have any flint on me.
There's not enough obsidian here to
it's not.
actually light. Come on,
Where am I going?
up, down. Make a platform. I know what happened last time, but trust me, you're gonna be okay. Everything's gonna be fine. Now, could you kill that pig, please?
Yeah. Off now.
Just figured we'd hop down and see what's going on here.
Okay,
With the
okay.
loot. What's in this chest? There's some gold armor in here if you want to put some on.
Ooh, I would very much like that, yeah.
Gold chestplate with mending 1. And you have more inventory space than me, so just clean stuff out of that chest that you deem, worth cleaning out of that chest.
I'm about
We
to
wanna
run,
get the
my,
gold
my
blocks,
helmet's
or-
on 1 durability as well.
I don't know what you can do with glistering. Can you eat glistering melons? I don't
No,
remember. I don't think you
can't.
can. What are you doing?
Throwing away make some more space.
Okay, yeah. Take the gold blocks. There's one on top of the portal. Actually, we should probably get some crying obsidian while we're here, because it's hard to get a hold of.
Oh, one of those boxes gone already. Fell in lava straight away.
Whose fault is that?
Mine.
I didn't know there was an achievement for picking up crying obsidian. You want to pick it up so that you can get the achievement too?
Oh, and it's gone as well. Gold block gone.
You are useless.
It fell the wrong way and went in the fire. It's not my fault.
Come on. Come pick up the crying obsidian so that you can get the achievement.
Thank you.
Now give it back. Give it back.
You broke my helmet.
Broke your helmet.
Broke
Sorry.
my helmet, you fuck.
I'm sorry. I have a bucket. You could wear that on your head.
Armor's all sorts of messed up.
Yeah, my helmet is on the lowest durability of all my armor, but it's not as low as yours clearly was.
Mine's quite poor.
Okay, wait, no, we need to keep heading in this direction across the lava.
Yeah. I'm just gonna wait for the bridge to be built and then run across it so I don't fall in by accident, because I know me. I will.
It's gonna be a straight line, dude.
I know, but I'm a retard. Gotta remember that.
You can't say that in this year of 2020.
I can if I'm calling myself it.
No, you can't say that in this year of 2020, you know.
This isn't the year of 2020. I can say it the year
2021.
21.
Sorry, I'm mentally trapped in 2020, the year things went wrong.
How far across is it? I can't actually see the other side from where I am.
Well, maybe you should come into the water. It's lovely. It's nice and warm. You know, sage wisdom. The water's warm, so you might as well swim.
Oh my god, I do not like.
You see, we're almost across. That wasn't so bad, was it? It's like getting my little brother to go on roller coasters. When we went to it was like Universal Studios theme park. I think it was Universal. No, it was Warner Bros. It was Warner Bros. Not Universal. It was Warner Bros. Themed theme park in Australia. And my family went there, and they had some roller coasters there. And my brother refused to get on any of them because he was so terrified. And we harassed him until he got on one, short, small one, And the moment he got off it, he's like, "Can we go on the big ones?"
I remember my
He
friend
didn't
did that.
sound like that, but I know it would annoy him.
We went to Disneyland in Paris once with like school, and my friend got on. I think it was Space Mountain, and he fucking shit himself, but then was like, "Let's go on the next big one."
See, you say that, but I don't know if you mean that literally.
He didn't literally shit himself, but he was like nearing
It's a roller
tears.
coaster.
He
You
was
need to make sure.
very afraid.
I, for one, love roller coasters,
Oh, so do I. I
but
fucking love them.
I'm almost too tall to ride a lot of them.
How tall are you?
6'4".
6'4". My God, I'm so much shorter than you.
How tall are you?
5'8".
It's
I'm
okay.
really short.
I forgive you.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm really short, but I'm quite short for a guy.
I forgive you. Well, look, it's your favorite thing.
Wow.
A lava lake. We should probably go down, actually, to the level of the lava, so if we fall in, we can try and get out at least.
That's true.
Yeah, so I'm so tall that on a lot of the roller coasters, you know how the head thing is like cupped to like perfectly
Yes.
be a comfortable resting. Yeah,
It doesn't.
I'm tall enough to the point where my head was like against the upper lip of that cup shape, and it was very uncomfortable.
Yeah, that sounds horrible.
If I was any taller, I literally would not be able to ride them.
I like being my height. I'm happy with how tall I am. I almost said how high I am. I'm not high.
I'm high on life, baby.
But yeah, I know like a lot there's like a big obsession about like guys being 6 foot or taller, but I just don't give a shit. I'm short, but I don't care. I mean, like I said, I'm not even really short.
Tell yourself, buddy.
I'm not even really short. I'm just a bit short.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, buddy. Don't push me in, I swear to God.
Honestly, I will not ever do that. Do not worry. Like, there's pranks and there's literally killing you and all of your stuff. That's a bit
pranks,
far.
and then there's killing you in cold blood, and I don't really know the difference.
I gotta say, it's like, I don't mind if you die. Like, that's kind of just fun and games-ish. No, not that I'm saying you should do it to me, but killing you and destroying every item you earn is a little far, I'd say.
Fun and games, huh? It's all fun and games? How about we have some fun and games, Turtle?
No, that
How
sounds...
about we have some fun and games?
Sounds sexual, stop.
Okay, I mean, you could take it that way. I mean, some people are into that. I don't know anyone personally who's into the axe wielding thing, but I'm sure you could find someone.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a subsection of people that are really into like medieval recreation porn.
You know, there's probably like a tag for axe wielding on some of those websites.
Yeah. Oh my.
Along with 17 people complaining that it's tagged incorrectly and actually it's a halberd.
Yeah, the people from the Historical Society are like, excuse me, this porn isn't correct.
Yeah, you say that, but you know, it's not as much of a joke as you think.
Oh, I know. People are way too fucking stupid about it. Like, I just find it funny how many people like get mad at things online, but
I'm wondering, like, is it worth whatever little dignity I have left to make those jokes?
But yeah, I always find it funny when people get like way too sort of butthurt or like offended by like random stuff on the internet. It's like
42 by 17. Okay, we're in the right range. We have to go. Wait, let me just check. We have to go this direction. Backwards.
I say I feel like a lot of people just. I don't know if it's like they don't get the internet or what, but like so many people get so butthurt on the internet about things that you can't let yourself get annoyed by that stuff. It's dumb.
Yeah, I mean Christian attacked someone over the color of Sonic's arms, I believe. We were talking about Christian before we started recording.
Yeah. about his arrest and the fact that he's managed to get police to believe that he's a female, even though he's not, and being committed to a female prison, even though he's not female. I'm not being like anti-trans saying like he's not really a female.
Yeah, for
he
those who are unaware,
faked being trans.
Yeah, Chris has admitted that his supposed transsexuality is a ploy to get lesbians to sleep with him. Not that it
makes
worked,
no sense.
but you know, yeah, it makes no sense, and it's exactly the sort of thing that you can imagine coming from a deluded mind. But yeah. It's very much a wolf in sheep's clothing sort of deal, so I really don't feel bad saying that.
Yeah. I gotta say, because it sounds a bit mean when you say like off the bat, he's not a real woman, he's been put in a woman's prison. Like, it sounds like I'm being anti-trans, but it's actually the fact that he doesn't even believe himself that he's a woman. He doesn't identify as a woman in general, but he has told authorities that
someone's mad. Here's another portal. Run. Get in the portal. In the portal.
Oh, this is our nether portal, okay. I see.
Yeah, no shit. What do you think I was saying?
I see. Home sweet home.
Yeah. I'm having to try and kill an enderman. I'm in the nether because an enderman got mad at me.
Oh.
I just built a little hut so he can't get to me while I kill him.
There's a glow squid in our cave!
Oh, that's adorable. Name him Frank.
He's gonna kill himself. Get back in the water, you fucking idiot. Stop trying to kill yourself, you stupid animal. Fucking dumb creature. Get back in the water. He's gonna die! Okay, thank you. He's been a dumbass.
Do we have a name tag?
I don't know, but we need to like make him a little sort of bit, because otherwise he's just gonna die again.
Yeah, well, he's gonna despawn if we don't have a name tag, so it's not even worth trying.
I mean, there was an axolotl in here at one point, but he seems to have turned into a glow squid now.
No, we have I took him out and put him in a bucket, remember?
Oh, you did, didn't you? Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we're back home. I can finally.
Oh, by the way, did you know that if you go into an anvil and rename the bucket with the axolotl in it, it renames the axolotl without the use of a name tag?
Yeah. Did you know that if you do it to a spawn egg, it changes the name of the spawned entity?
Ooh.
Did you know that that's been a thing in Minecraft for years?
Well, I didn't know that it worked with buckets for the longest time.
Well, animals didn't work with buckets for the longest time.
Oh, that's true, yeah.
Okay, time to put this netherrack away in a random chest.
Fuck you.
I think I just coincidentally happened to pick the right one, but
yeah, we got a nether chest here. We're gonna have to double up on those. We're running out of space here.
I just picked a random one.
To be fair, there's a bunch of shit in there that does not need to be in there. I'm gonna throw some shit on the floor. Burn it in the lava.
Don't burn our shit. Those could be useful. Do you want to
it.
have to go back to the nether when we need shroom lights? Turtle, I will kill you with this axe. I will fucking happy fun time you right now.
In here?
Listen. I can't get rid of the hose. They follow me everywhere.
Why is there wool in this chest? What's wrong with this?
Stop throwing shit away.
Put it in an appropriate place, and it won't.
When we have a proper storage system, I will.
Fucking make one then. This is frustrating as shit.
Well, isn't that what we're meant to be doing?
Do it now, you bender. I do need it doing now.
What does that
mean? It's from the In-Betweeners, and it's not a nice term, that, and I definitely shouldn't be saying it. But
what's an in-betweener?
It's a TV
Sounds like
show.
some Lovecraftian shit. The in-between plane beyond mortal comprehension. The creatures that crawl and growl and snarl and hiss and writhe and scratch at the borders of time. They are the in-betweeners.
That's definitely not what they are. That show is definitely the furthest thing away from that I can think of.
Well, you're wrong. I prefer my version.
Right.
You're old and wrong.
Let's stop name calling and start building bits. Right. What resources do we not have that you think you need at the moment? Is there anything down here that you might need more of?
figure out when it comes to that.
Well, I'm just saying I can go do some resource gathering now if that's the case.
Well, I don't know. I just don't know.
Is it spruce slabs that you're using for the little archway
I'm
things?
using
I might
birch slabs.
I might create some like netherrack walkways just as sort of a temporary thing, so we can kind of outline stuff. Because there's definitely a few that I want to make. So grab some back, and then you can just kind of replace it.
We have
with
this
blocks.
walkway. With this walkway now, we need to fucking destroy the staircase. It's in the way, and we need some other way to get up top. We could probably use a ladder. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just engaging thinking mode, which I don't do very often, so it's very difficult for me. It was a much bigger fall than I thought it would be. I almost died.
Oh no.
Yeah, you can start by removing the staircase, actually. That would be very helpful.
Removing the staircase?
Yeah, the one that's in front of the doorway.
Oh, right. Are you not doing that now?
Yeah, but I am, but there's more staircase below that I don't want to have to focus on while I'm trying to build everything.
Fuck. Wait, you just want the whole staircase removing?
Yes.
What
No, everything below this point. The top part can stay for now, but the bottom part, we're gonna replace it with a ladder that goes on this thing.
Oh, okay.
Ow! I almost died. I'm on half a heart.
Right. I see now. I understand.
Oh, it took you long enough. I'm too mean. I should stop being so mean.
I'm pretty much used to it now. Don't worry.
I should stop being so mean, but at the same time, it's him.
Maybe I like it. Maybe it turns me on.
Oh, don't ever say that again.
There you go. That'll stop you. Wish I had diamond tools. I wonder what it'd be like to have diamond
to throw you into lava.
I said I wonder what it'd be like to have diamond tools.
Yeah, I wonder, you know? I wonder what it would be like to have diamond tools. I wonder, dude? I wonder. You know,
honestly, this series
we
have had like really bad luck with diamonds, to be honest. Like, I think over the course of the series we've only found like 30, and I did like 3 hours of mining. I know that's not like a ton, but like that's still a very low amount of diamonds.
Okay. So now that we have that set up, I want to go through. I kind of want to replace scaffolding.
Not making horrible
I think I had an
noises.
idea. Down, 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 down. Down, 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 down. I don't know why I'm making clock tower noise. Very chill tonight. I said tonight simultaneously because it's nighttime here for me and because it's very dark in here, but then I realized that we're in a cave.
We are indeed. I want to try something out. It might not work, but
We live in a society. Okay, what style did I use for this? Yeah. So I want to make some wood. So what are you doing?
There's a way that you can like add texture to the ladders with trapdoors, but I can't remember how it's done. I'm trying to remember how. I watched a video on it the other day. I'm gonna see if I can figure it out. Probably make a few more trapdoors.
Whatever you say, buddy.
I'm just kind of messing around and showing people how bad at building I am.
I have been doing a lot of building in my Terraria playthrough, and in doing so I accidentally convinced a bunch of the Gungeon modders that I'm actually good at building. Which is terrifying, because I'm not. Okay, no, stop, cease.
Uh-huh, okay. I've kind of done it, but not the right way that I wanted.
Ah, shit. Guess I'm gonna have to ride them like the fucking pioneers. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. Please send help.
Yeah.
It's so peaceful in caves now. I say that like it wasn't always peaceful in caves. Like the one major defining feature of caves is that there's barely anything going on.
I don't remember how to do this at all. Whatever I'm doing just doesn't look good.
Well, I'm gonna fucking drown. I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown.
You're gonna drown? Where the fuck are you? How? What?
Listen, don't question my
How?
genius. Don't question my genius.
Where were you? How did you
My
drown?
big genius. I have massive genius. Ow.
You are a bizarre one.
Listen, okay, drowning in a cave is more common than you'd think. Cave divers drown all the time, and their bodies are left to fester in the water, turning into corpse wax in the stagnant, flowing eternity of their new existence. Oh. It's very morbid stuff. One day we will all die. And I think I can't wait for that day to come because I think I just lost my diamond pickaxe.
Very sad.
It's probably around here somewhere, but I want to find it sooner rather than later. And I'm not good at anything related to time.
I remembered how to do it. Yay!
How to do what?
Make a proper ladder.
I remember how to make a ladder. My mommy's very proud of me.
Dumb.
What?
I said I've just done something really dumb. Obviously, surprised.
Again?
Still.
Okay, for any listeners, I would like to clarify that we do actually enjoy each other's company.
We just have a charming back and forth. That's what we're going to call it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we'll say in the police report.
Exactly. That's what we'll say at the coroner's office. You claimed to have a charming back and forth, but this one seems to be dead.
I mean, yeah. Isn't that charming? He was always quite the joker, you know? He loved to go out of his way to, like, mess with me, and it's just like him to die. Just to mess with me.
Oh. Right.
I can't... This is one of those situations where items floating is a bad thing.
You can just not find stuff.
Yeah, because it's like floated to the top of the cave, and I like have to swim around the surface of the water. But like, it's not a surface. Okay, I found some more. Oh yeah, I found my pickaxe. Okay. Yeah, it's almost at a durability in this. Okay. I was reading recently about not reading, I was listening to a YouTube video recently about cave diving accidents.
Ooh,
Charming things that they are.
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, it's horrifying. Like barotrauma can set in. It's awful.
Sounds awful.
I love the word barotrauma because like most people just call it the bends, but like it can also be known as barotrauma, which is
I've never heard
much
of
better
barotrauma,
name.
but I've heard of bends.
Yeah, so barotrauma is just another name for the bends that I use now because it's cool. And I am insane. Yeah, I found enough that I'm just going to come back down. Okay. Big day today, Freeman. I've been quoting Half-Life lines for like the last couple days. I've been really obsessed with Half-Life.
It's not a bad thing. Half-Life's very good. Even though I haven't played it, I know it's pretty good.
Yeah, we'll get you one day. You know, I was like, damn, it's such a shame I can't zoom in on this thing far away to see it happening. And then I realized that I have a spyglass. Okay. Whee! Oh shit! Oh shit!
No, no.
I managed to fall in water.
Ah!
This looks terrible.
What? No, it doesn't. It looks like a real ladder. Instead of just a
And it
random
didn't-
log.
Yeah, because people have never used log pillars.
Yeah, but log pillars don't look good.
You fucking remove half of the entrance.
Not done
Turtle.
making it yet.
Turtle, come
What?
over here. Come over here. Look at the entrance. Do you think you shouldn't have removed all of the leftwards log pillar, perhaps?
I didn't realise that I'd done that. I'm not gonna lie. Here's the wood back.
I have wood in my inventory, but
I didn't actually realise I'd done that. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, you,
sorry.
Oh, I landed on the ladder. That was so
I was
funny.
trying to break it. I was trying to break a torch.
You pushed me, but I just landed straight on the ladder and didn't fall off.
I wasn't trying to kill you, so that
I
was
gotta
good.
say, I realise, yeah. I gotta say,
Judge,
like,
I
I know that it's,
swear
I know
it
that
was
it's, it looks a bit different, but I think that this looks a lot more like a hanging ladder than like just having a
Wasn't
random
trying
pillar. The only thing is, you gotta be
go for a hanging ladder.
you've
I was
gotta
trying
be-
to go for a sturdy ladder.
but you gotta be careful you don't accidentally flip any of the trapdoors. I think it looks better, personally.
Of course, you think it looks better. You made it.
Adds a bit of detail.
I mean, yeah, it is a detail.
And also,
Did
like,
they
you've
just
got to
together, it's like-
you've got to let me be a little bit creative because I'm not very, and I'm not going to be much towards the building of this. So, gotta let
you
me
know-
have my bits.
Fine, you can have a ladder.
Thank you.
Like a parent giving a child a lollipop. I don't know why I said her. For some reason, when I think of stressed parents, it's always a woman. Like Carol has 16 little shits who just won't leave her the fuck alone.
By the way, in terms of going like up and down levels, how do you want to do that? Do you want to do like another ladder, or do you want to sort of angle it up towards sort of thing? Because obviously I want to try and build one of these segments inside the, what's it called, the crystal
Geode?
area, the geode, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, are we
I'm
gonna
thinking-
like ladder from this up to another one, then ladder from that one up to that, or are we gonna have some sort of like?
It depends on
escalating
how
thing.
well we can. I just saw a glow squid.
Yeah,
fall.
so did I. I thought I did. I just saw the sparkles. I was like, what the hell was that? And I realized.
You know what we need? We need an enchantment table.
Do we actually have any diamonds left? I'm not sure.
You know, you can go find them.
Let's check if we have any left. I don't think we do, but we might have one. We only need one. No, it doesn't look like we have any left.
Peculiar.
Ooh,
well.
peculiar.
There's a reason why I think that people should play the original Half-Life.
Hmm.
Because there's like a charm to some of the. Okay, this is not going to sound like a good endorsement, but when it glitches, there is a definite charm to it.
I do like that. Like, it's like with like Skate 3 and stuff, where like the glitches are pretty bad, but they're all like part of the game's charm and part of the reason you'd come back to it.
like stuff with Half-Life, it pretty much comes down to what was I going to say? We need to make chains.
I'm realizing as well that we have very little wood left, so I
Basically
might go up
nothing.
to the surface and go and get some wood.
Oh no, we have a lot of wood left. It's just all in my inventory.
Yeah, that's kind of what I meant though. We don't have much reserve.
Yeah, but there's this one glitch with Half-Life where the scientists will just occasionally randomly scream, and it's just so funny.
That's great. Yeah.
There's just like, I genuinely am of the opinion that you need to have the screaming scientists to experience
it's
the
the true experience.
Yeah, the true ending.
Right, I'm just going to pause the recording a minute because I need to go to the toilet. Pause here.
Charming.
Okay, we are back, and Nevername's done a little bit of building since we've been gone. Not much. I went and had a little bit of lunch while I was waiting, because I thought might as well. So he's put down a little carpet here and some nice little pretty lanterns, and also he's added some nice supports to the bridge, which actually look really, really good. I'm really happy with how these have turned out.
Oh, I'm glad you like him. We need more iron, dude.
Yeah, I gotta say I might go mining in a moment because we are pretty low. But yeah, those supports are gonna get kind of tedious once we get to the bit where the roof is really high up there. If you want to end up doing that, they're gonna be
I'm
quite
definitely
high up.
gonna do that. It's just poling up.
Yeah. And then I was just showing Nevernamed this like nice little lantern design that I saw recently.
And I like it so much, I'm gonna put it by the entrance.
Yeah, like, look at that. You just do a little lever with a chain lantern because you can't actually have lanterns hanging off of walls. So this is a sort of seamless way to have them in, and I think it looks really nice.
Yeah, he saw it on a YouTube video and decided to blatantly rip it off for his own YouTube video.
Stolen it.
A little steely melon. That's actually too low. It's gonna impede with people coming up the
worn
ladder.
up, doesn't it? Yeah.
Well, it'd be easier if you remove the staircase.
Oh, you're right. I kind of forgot about like removing the staircase. I kind of just like left it as is.
Yeah, well, it happens to all of us, but it seems to happen to you an inordinate amount.
I ain't got no brain. My brain's scrambled. Right, I'll get rid of this, and then maybe I'll go look for some iron, because we are pretty low, you are right.
I mean, pretty low is one way of putting it. Down to our last 3 nuggets is another more accurate way of putting it.
I have 7 ingots in my inventory.
Well, give me one, then. I need iron.
There you go. I dropped some on the bridge.
Ooh, I'll be up in a second. Oh, Backbone! It was Backbone. Not
the song.
Arsehole.
People that don't know what you're talking about are going to be like, what the fuck?
I assume that's everyone, hopefully. It'd be a bit weird if they knew what I was talking about.
We're not going to provide any context. That's all you're getting. It was Backbone, not arsehole. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, exactly. What do you mean you don't know what I'm talking about? That should make perfect sense.
Oopsie, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry for what?
I heard the chain sound and I thought I'd accidentally destroyed a block that it was attached to.
No, that was just me placing down chains. I like that.
Yeah, I think it looks really nice.
It would look nicer if you removed the garbage, but yes.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, so what do you think of the bridge?
I think it's looking swell. A nice size. I like the fences. The supports are really good as well. It's got a nice girth to it. I really like it. It looks girthy.
Why do you say that in like that voice?
Gotta put an accent on girth. Nice bit of
girth. Girth.
I don't know why, but girth sounds like a fucking survival TV show. Tonight on Girth.
Girth sounds like a survival horror game. Trapped aboard an alien spaceship, you must survive. Girth.
Right, I'm gonna make
How long is it gonna be till people start, like, drawing shit based on the stupid stuff we say?
Oh, I hope immediately. I mean, I remember when SirWow sort of first was introduced to the channel, she drew quite a lot of random shit that we did. It was quite fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure more people will pick it up as we go along.
Yeah, when you hit that sweet billion subscribers.
already halfway there.
Ow, my fucking leg.
Hello, creeper. Would you like to knock? Right. I'll do some digging, but I'm not sure where. Trying to make a mine going off this work. You do you.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just replying to someone in Discord. A modder hit me up asking about some stuff.
No worries. Probably a better idea for me to mine somewhere where there isn't deep slate, so it'll be a bit faster, but oh. As I said, what I need to do is dig through and find another cave, because there was quite a lot of exposed iron when we first found the cave. They ain't too easy to find, although I do hear a bat up ahead of me. Be a good sign.
Ah, water. It's my second favorite fluid.
Agua. Go first.
That's need to know.
All I need to know.
It's Diet Coke. It's probably why I'm
Diet
fat.
Coke?
Yes!
That is grim.
What?
Ugh. Diet Coke tastes like fucking shit.
Oh yeah, says the man who lives in the land of Dr. Pepper.
I hate Dr. Pepper, honestly. I despise Dr. Pepper. Everyone here fucking loves it. I think it's shit.
Listen, okay.
But yeah, Diet Coke is horrible. I really don't like Diet Coke at all. I think it tastes way worse than, like, what's the other one? Coke Zero. Coke Zero is a lot better.
I don't know, I prefer the diet stuff. My body just doesn't react well to, like, a lot of sugar.
I always find that the diet versions of all the fizzy drinks are just, like, basically just very little flavour and a lot of fizz.
I like fizz.
I mean, it's not bad, but I'd rather have more flavour. Am I gonna find a single fucking piece of ore? My god, I've gotten through almost half a pickaxe already, and I've not seen a single piece of ore yet. This is quite depressing.
Rip. Yeah, someone's just asking me for some of the sprites of some of the cut bosses from Gungeon.
Oh, nice. Like the tank and stuff. Not tank, but the bunker.
The West Bros.
Ooh. Intriguing. Honestly, I think I've made a mistake here, because I've just dug this way and there's literally nothing. Supposed to be the longest tunnel with nothing at the end of it, it seems. God damn.
A Golden Revolver was just asking me about the West Bros boss, and was like, "Hey, you got the sprites of this cut boss for a video, but we can't find them anywhere." I'm like, "Oh yeah, here they go." Because I still have them. Because I have a folder that is like humongous, and it's full of Gungeon sprites
Nice. I hear water.
from like multiple permutations of the game too. Like, I have one from before Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. I have one from that was is sprites after AG&D. I have one that is of sprites like after Farewell to Arms, and I even have sprites I pulled out of Exit the Gungeon.
Nice.
In
pretty
the
much
exit the
everything.
gungeon, I actually found a lot of secrets in the exit the gungeon thing.
I can imagine there's a lot of hidden stuff. I mean, the developers of Gungeon are a bit weird about how they hide stuff and implement stuff, so...
In fairness, a lot of the stuff that's quote-unquote hidden in the gungeon files isn't hidden. It's just left. But, yeah, for example, in the sprite sheet for the sniper enemy in, Exit, there's a hidden message that says Dave is cool.
Nice. I can hear this fucking water, but I can't find it.
Water was inside us all along. I also found out that there was a cut motorcycle bulletkin enemy.
Alright.
Yeah, I haven't talked about this in a video yet because, Exit the Gungeon is... I don't believe we can call it done yet, so...
Yeah.
I don't want to, like, come out and confidently say, cut stuff, because...
it
well,
might not
quite
be
frankly,
cut, and people get annoyed when it gets re-added.
The last time I did that, I still get comments to this day on, like, my unused Arsenal video, talking about, like, well, actually, half of these are in the game now. It's like, yeah, you think I didn't fucking notice?
I still get comments on my tutorial video for Enter the Gungeon that was made in AG&D, actually pre-AG&D. It was made just before AG&D came out. That are like, why don't you store those hearts? Why did you just leave them? It's like, oh, God. You can't store hearts. And it's like, actually leaving the key behind doesn't work. It's like, I literally stated in the video that this wouldn't work in the next major update. And people still comment like, it doesn't actually work anymore, so why was that in the video?
Well, why was it in the video, Turnbull?
Because there was still like 3 months. When I made it, there was like 2 or 3 months until it came out, and I thought it was a relevant tip for the time being.
Turnbull?
Melon? A skeleton.
Yeah, it's really just tragic how few people can seem to read upload dates.
Yeah, like people just ignore them completely for the most part. It is kind of annoying. Like, I don't get it super often, but I do sometimes get like comments on my like Gungeon series on like part 2 or 3 from 2.5 years ago that are like, can you play this character next episode? I'm like, what? What do you mean? What?
Buddy, buddy, you're trapped in the past.
Like, you can see there's a next part. Like, what you doing, you fool?
You're living a lie.
YouTube's a weird place. At least there isn't too many hate comments, at least for me at the minute. No, about you.
No, not really too many.
I'm gonna say I get
really...
like people that are like frustrated or like dislike something, but it's never hate.
I had one guy in my comments, and I don't know if he's still around because, quite frankly, I don't know if I'm still around. But he's quite a prick.
Quite a prick.
He was a prick to other people in the comment section and like started fights and shit.
Ah, I hate that. It's always annoying because it's like when people are like on the border of like they're not quite comments that you can outright just delete, but they're also not comments that you really want, but like. Especially for, like, it's not as bad now in my Isaac series, but, like, with my older Gungeon videos when they were only getting, like, 70 or 80 views, I really didn't like deleting comments ever because, obviously, engagement helps promote your video. So I really didn't like removing comments, but then, like, there'd be one person that'd comment loads, but all their comments have then been really argumentative with other people, and it's like, I kind of want to remove them, but at the same time, I don't want to discourage someone from commenting. So it's like...
I've never really cared about engagement and stuff. I don't really delete comments because, quite frankly, I don't get a lot of comments that I feel I want to delete.
It doesn't happen to me too often. I very rarely delete comments, to be fair, because, like, normally the spam filter catches them, or like I said, they're kind of on that border of like they're not really worthy of being deleted. It's just something I'd rather not have in my video.
But yeah, I'm not afraid to delete comments if someone's like actively being a fucking asshole.
I gotta say, yeah, if it really warrants it, I'll 100% do it.
But I don't delete the comments of people just being like, "Hey, actually, this thing was added 3 years after you made this video. Could you please publish a correction?
Update the video.
Could you put in video that this thing in game?" No.
It's why I'm kind of sad that they removed the. Do you remember they used to have those little caption box things you could have on YouTube videos?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why they've removed
annotations.
Those. Yeah, that was it, annotations. Because they were super useful for, like, old videos having an annotation that would just be like, hey, by the way, this is out of date now. But you can't really do that anymore. Now, if you want to, like, make a change to a video or update information, you have to literally re-upload the video. And it's like, annotations were so nice for that. I don't know, I don't know what the big deal with removing them was, to be honest. I don't really get why they got removed.
It's YouTube. You think if they're going to make a good idea, it's run by fucking slime people.
I am very lost.
You know, I'm not afraid to say this. Susan would jumper cumkers can eat my fucking crusty ass. And I don't feel that strongly hateful about a lot of people, but just ugh, the sheer
you watch me upload this and my channel gets banned.
The sheer corporate ooze of that woman just ugh. You know the Slovene from Doctor Who?
Yes, I do.
They're like these fat farting baby aliens that like live in human skin suits. That's what I imagine is going on with Madame Wojcicki. She seems like there's something slimy under the surface. Not a bully stream. Not a stream, in fact. Not a bully video. But I hate it.
I mean, I think a lot of people on YouTube probably do. I honestly don't know enough about her to fairly judge, but I just know that people don't like her.
I know she's basically just a corporate figurehead who takes the blame for a lot of decisions that probably weren't even made by her, but she's still the CEO and does have power.
Yeah.
She's not the only person with power, but she still does have power. And on top of that, she gets paid quite a lot to be a corporate figurehead. So I don't really feel sorry for her.
No, I'm gonna say I'm sure she doesn't care that people hate her with the amount of money she can make.
Yeah, no, it's very lucrative being a scumbag.
Indeed, it is.
And it's very easy to change the world when you're changing it for the worst.
Yeah. Good. No diamonds yet, but I found an okay amount of iron.
Sweet. That'll be useful.
I mean, I need some anyways to like rebuild my armor because all my armor's completely fucked.
I wonder how many people are appreciating this deep, insightful commentary and how many people are wishing I would just shut the fuck up and go back to making dick jokes.
I honestly think anyone that watches this series, like, I know that this isn't, like, this podcast sort of Minecraft thing isn't the highest viewed thing on my channel. They only get, like, a few hundred views each. But I think that anyone that does watch these, like, they're not really actively listening for the conversation. It's just kind of on in the background while they do other shit. Like I've said many times before, I honestly couldn't really care less about the quality of this as content. I just enjoy playing Minecraft with Nevernamed, and I might as well record it. that's kind of the sort of long and short of it. Like, if it ends up coming out that no one watches this and it's crap content, I couldn't give a shit. Like, I'm still
the power of love.
Indeed, I still want to play Minecraft. So, like, the only reason I do record it is because we are both YouTubers. That's basically that's it.
Some people like it.
Exactly, yeah. I was say I've had actually quite a few requests to bring this back recently, so I am glad that people do watch it. It's nice to know that people are watching it, but at the same time, even if no one was watching it, I would still be playing and uploading this from time to time.
this is that weird like thing that's going on with like quote unquote Minecraft YouTube, where people expect everyone to play it to be good at it.
Yeah, like I suck at Minecraft. I know very little about
you,
it, and I'm terrible.
you'll see these people who are like, and this is not hating them or anything. Oh, some of them, but they'll be like immensely skilled, and they'll be like, yeah, so I did a bit of stuff off camera, and they have like 300 diamonds, or it's like,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so I was a little bored today, so I decided to build a machine that completely automates everything.
Like I watch. I'm guessing you don't, but I watch Hermitcraft quite a lot. Well, I say quite a lot. I watch 2 people play it. And in that, there's a few people that
I watch it.
the whole. Oh dear.
Yeah, I watch it.
Who do you watch?
Just the big guy, the big Mumbo.
Mumbo, yeah. I watch Mumbo, and I've started this season watching Grian as well.
He's very he's amusing and he's wholesome, and he doesn't really like put on something that really annoyed me and turned me off a lot of last generation Minecraft commentary was just how much people seem to get into playing a character. Like
Yeah, I know what you mean.
they weren't like they didn't want to be seen as people playing a game. They wanted to be seen as people in a game, like lost in a character, and they just sort of got swept up in a tide of in-jokes and so on. But with a lot of the people in Hermitcraft, it's still very clear that they're very down-to-earth, just people
Yeah, I think
playing a game.
and I think as
Even
well,
if they're
like
really good at it.
all the people they've sort of brought in and got, and like especially with this new season, I know that for people that don't watch Hermitcraft, this is going to be completely confusing. But I imagine most people that are watching us play Minecraft probably watch Hermitcraft. But the fact that they've sort of started the season with everyone being like really tightly knit, I think has like helped a lot. And like you said, it's everyone in the Hermitcraft server are all kind of the good Minecraft YouTubers. I know that there's some people are gonna take issue with that, but you know what I mean, though.
Yeah, the good ones and not like the other ones.
But yeah, I'm gonna say I started watching Grian this season as well. And I think it was I can't remember who it was now. I think it was maybe Good Times with Scar. He like built like an entire mountain off camera.
Yeah, I build a mountain because those people they take days to make a video. That's like
Yeah.
tens of hours of playtime condensed into like 30 minutes.
I'm gonna say I think on one of Mumbo's recent videos, he said that he spent like 14 hours building this mountain thing that he's been building for his base. And yeah, it's an insane amount of work. But like you said, it's like 2 videos a week, maybe 1 video a week. That's like half an hour long. But yeah, it could be up to 24 hours, maybe more time goes into that, not including
if
the editing.
anything, it's condensed even further. Like it's condensed down to like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And so like a lot gets done. And comparatively, we look like chumps because we're going to be doing this for like a couple hours and nothing gets done. And if there's one thing I've learned, it's that people definitely don't think about like temporal matters very well. Like
Yeah. People don't consider the time that goes into things.
Yeah. So take for example, people are going to see the progress made in a 20-minute video and the progress made in a 2-hour video and compare them. And if more progress isn't made in 2 hours than 20 minutes, then clearly the people in the 2-hour thing are just incompetent. But in reality, that's just a failure of human perception because we're like, the human brain did not evolve to think about editing.
Yeah. I'm gonna say people really don't consider the time played rather than the time on screen.
Yeah, people think more about time on screen than like time play, and it happened a few years ago with Angry Joe. I don't know if you know about him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he took a break from YouTube, and say what you will about him, but he's entitled to a break. But a lot of people got pissy at him when he uploaded a very short, he wasn't going to be doing like his really long form, not like long form, but short form videos. He can't do wasn't going to do like a couple hours of a thing.
Yeah.
But he also did like a 2-hour, or more, like multiple hour streams,
Mhm.
and people got really upset at him because realize, like, they didn't realize that the amount of work that goes into a 2-hour stream is far less than a 20-minute edited video.
Yeah, that is a really big thing. I think. Like you can
It's a
have
real shame.
like it's like I sort of tried my hand at doing YouTube Shorts recently, and it's still something that I want to do more of eventually. But honestly, they're like 30-second videos that take me like an hour to make, and it's like that's a long time. Well, it's not quite an hour, but somewhere around that. It's a long time for a really short video. And like if you're not getting like like I'm not really super focused on views and stuff, but if you're not getting a decent enough return on that time investment, it doesn't really feel worth it. It's why I haven't like continued doing the Gungeon video like thingy videos, like the weapon reviews and stuff. I really like them and I want to do more, but they are a pretty huge time investment for a very short video that not that many people are caring about.
How dare you not promote my mod?
Like the I think it was the second or third one I made only got like 100 views, whereas the regular Gungeon video got like 250, and it's just like
How dare you
it's
not
so
promote
much
my mod?
it's so much work and I'm getting very little return from it. So although I want to do more and probably still will. Do it. But yeah, although I want to do more and probably will do more, I've got to be in the right frame of mind and sort of motivated to do it, because obviously the views aren't the motivating factor.
If you're not getting money, then why do anything?
I tend not to care too much about views as a motivating factor for my content, because I just make what I want to make. But when it's edited stuff, it's a little different, because you put a lot more time and effort into those.
Yeah, I tease, but I get what you mean.
Yeah. Like, when I'm uploading my Isaac videos, that is just me playing Isaac for fun, but I'm also talking and putting it on YouTube. It's basically me just playing the game as I would do on my own, just as a voiceover instead. So they're really low-effort videos at the end of the day, if you consider it against other videos. Even though they are my most popular ones and my series that I really like, they are the most low-effort content that I do, pretty much. But, like, if you do edited stuff, you really want to see some sort of good return on people enjoying your video, even if it's not for the view count, even if it's just people commenting and saying they enjoyed it, stuff like that. You've got to kind of get that sort of stuff to make it feel worthwhile. And I can imagine for you, Nevernamed, with your videos and the length and editing yours take, that's a big factor as well.
Yeah, why do you think I haven't done them in a while?
Exactly,
they take a lot of time, and like it's sort of like a trade-off of thinking, is me wanting to talk about this thing worth the time and effort that will go into actually facilitating me being able to talk about it?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time recently, the answer has been, well, not really.
Yeah. Well, I think the good thing about your channel and the way that you do things is you never sort of defined a schedule or defined a expectation of content. So you can just not, if you don't feel like making videos, you can just not.
Yeah, and that was a very intentional decision. That didn't happen by accident.
Like, I both like and hate the fact that I've got into this daily groove of videos. I really like it because I enjoy making them, and I'm glad people enjoy watching them. And if you want to do better on YouTube, consistency is a very good thing, especially for like content like I do. But at the same time, there is days where I'm just like, I do not want to record a video, but I have to.
Yeah, like that's something that I feel happy about, that I've sort of established, is that I work on my own schedule.
Mm-hmm.
It is a shame because I know people like it and I know people want to see more of it, but at the same time, like, I'm not going to do it if it doesn't make me happy.
Yeah, that's always going to be the core motivator, really.
That is something I'm very happy I've established.
To be fair, it is very, very rare that I like truly don't want to record a video and have to. It does happen from time to time. Sometimes you just have off days where you just can't be asked. And most of the time, I have my videos pre-recorded so that on the days that they go out, I don't even have to worry about it. It's already done. But there is sometimes where I accidentally leave a video for too long and don't have a backlogged one, and so I have to record. And sometimes I'm really not in the mood, but like I said, it happens rare enough that it's not a huge problem, but I can definitely see for someone like yourself that'd be a really sort of big put off.
Yeah, definitely. Are you still away mining?
I am, yes. I've kind of gotten quite lost, but
what have you got on you so far?
So far, I have almost 2 stacks of iron, and that's it.
Yeah. If you come back, that's all we really need for now.
Yeah, what I'm going to probably do is try and make my way to the surface and then find the entrance, because
If you're on the surface,
no
could you grab
idea.
some dirt while you're up there?
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to say I need to make my way to the surface.
We're actually out of dirt, which is quite amusing.
Can't remember where I just was.
I have something I want to show you.
I don't know how long it'll be until I get to you, because I am well and truly lost right now.
Yeah, you know, take your time. Yeah, anyways, what are we talking about, my friend?
But yeah, like I gotta say, like
that made it sound like.
I think for the most part, the only 2 games that I ever get really bummed out recording is Gungeon, because I'm so burnt out on Gungeon, it's insane. But the new modded series has really brought some extra life back to it, which is nice. But like in the hard mode series, the last like 30 episodes, every time I recorded, I was just like, do I really want to play this game? By the time I got into the groove of it, like 5 minutes into the video, I was actually like pretty happy to be playing it. But like getting up the mindset to start playing was always a bit like, ugh, this again. And Darkest Dungeon's another one like that, because I love that series. It's by far one of my most favourite series ideas on my channel. I really like it, but at the same time, it has so much audience interaction and so much high stakes that it's really off-putting to record it sometimes, because if people haven't written anything for it that week, I feel a bit bad that there's no user interaction as there normally would be week to week. And also, if we're trying to do a hard quest, I'm really scared that I'm going to kill off someone's character that they've wrote and put time into.
Do it.
Like, it's already happened once or twice before, and it feels horrible. But it is good, though, because it means that
you're never going to be a game master at this rate.
I know.
I've sort of reached a point where, like, I don't feel bad if something I've made. Obviously, I would feel bad if it killed the person, but you know what I mean. I don't feel bad if something I've made kills the player, because at a certain point, you just gotta like sit back and realize, huh.
Yeah, I gotta say, like, I think everyone that's part of the series and signed up for it is fully aware and expecting that at some point their character might die. Like, it's not uncommon. Oh god, I might die here. Oh no, oh no.
Speaking of which.
Oh no, oh no. I swam up thinking it was the surface, but it's just actually a big old bit of water. Do I have a door?
How'd you drown? How'd you drown? How'd you drown before? It's stupid. How'd you drown?
I'm gonna make a door.
Yeah, you know,
good.
It's nice to exist on your own terms.
Yeah. Like, I think for me, like, the biggest thing in terms of, like, doing YouTube and being okay with it being quite full on is I've gotten into the habit and routine where it doesn't feel like a chore and it doesn't feel like extra effort, because it's just kind of, I've been doing it for like 2.5 years now. It's just kind of what I do during my day. It's part of my regular routine. I'm used to it.
And you don't have a job that will fucking destroy you if you try to do something else.
Exactly, yeah. Luckily, because of how I work and because of the job that I have, it's very, very flexible.
Because of how he works. Plot twist, he doesn't.
It's very, very flexible in the hours that I work and how much I work each day. I can basically choose which days I do what work and how much of it I do, depending. Sometimes it's a little more intense than others, like next month's going to be pretty intense because we're hiring a new person and I've got to help properly onboard them. But other than that,
he was complaining about that earlier.
That's actually a different person.
Completely different person that you hate.
But yeah, so luckily it means that I can do my YouTube stuff without it being too impactful. But I think a lot of people seem to think that it would be more impactful than it actually is. Like, I did have a more full-time, proper, regular sort of full-time job before that I did.
Before they found out about your YouTube channel and fired you.
That I was able to still do my YouTube as normal. Because basically, I'd come home at like 4 or 5 o'clock, I'd record 1 to 2 videos, then have my tea, and then have the rest of my night to myself. And if I did 2 videos a night, I'd always have one backlog for the next day, so I never really ran out. So it actually works out really nicely. Like, little lost.
Yeah, whereas my schedule is just, can I be fucked to open an editing program today?
I think your problem is as well,
No,
you really
I
dislike
can't.
editing, don't you?
I fucking hate it.
I actually really enjoy editing, so...
I find it unbelievably dull.
I have found a really cool underwater cave here.
Well,
It's like glow squid and
be sure to-
axolotls everywhere.
That's nice, sweetheart. Come home quickly and tell me all about it.
I think I've found the surface. I think that's that right there. It's an exit. So I've got to go and make my way over towards it.
I'm gonna use trapdoors to texture this thing.
Oh, now that's a cool fucking cave right there. I love that.
I don't know what you're talking about, but
I know you can't see it. I'm talking to the people watching, really. But that is a really cool cave right there.
I'm
now I've got
glad
to try and find the entrance back.
Glad you found a nice cave. Glad you found a nice cave.
Right, you want dirt, right? It's night time.
Yeah, just some dirt.
Uh,
We live underground and we're running out of dirt. I feel like we've failed.
I'm going to get a whole shovel's durability worth of dirt if I can carry it. Yeah, I've got this.
It's still astounding to me that I can actually look at my fucking F3 menu and see a negative in the Y value.
It is great, isn't it? Like, I can't wait until the Caves and Cliffs Part 2 is officially out. I got the fucking Stalker boys, Flying boys, No Sleep boys around me. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to when that update comes out. Like, I've had a little sort of watch of someone playing through with the new terrain changes, not just like the caves and stuff, but the terrain changes in terms of like how biomes and like hills and stuff generate. It's so much better. They've done a great fucking job. Like, absolutely insane how good it is. It's like rivers and stuff look so much more natural. Rolling hills look way better. Yeah, it generally just looks a hell of a lot better. Fucking stupid No Sleep bat, go away. Fuck off. Skelly Bob on me now as well.
It's playing that really relaxing music.
I'm playing no music at all right now, it's eerie. I'm sorry, sheep, I'm destroying your home. Just go away.
Yeah, there's something I want to do when you get back, but I'm not going to do it until you get back because it involves moving the beds, and I don't want you to die and have to. Yeah, no.
Good idea. Go away, skeleton. Because I am mining for dirt. Hey, me. Right, I'm gonna need the quartz for the base as well at some point, so I don't know where I am.
F3. I'm at. Okay, water elevator. 412 by 165.
412 by 1.
I'm using a lot of trapdoors because I'm trying to prove to you that I can actually decorate.
I think I see it, actually. I think I can tell her. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it. Almost in grass collection. Wait, there, collection. There you go. I got 3 and a bit stacks.
That will be more than enough. Thank you very much. It'll be nice to have for when we start to actually think about expanding it like a farm.
Is, are moss blocks in this update or not?
I have no idea.
Because that would be fucking great if we could do some stuff with moss blocks, but I can't remember if they're in this update or not. Hey, I'm back.
Cool. Come up to the house and I can show you what I've done.
Nice.
So, maybe you'll come along through here.
Ooh, this is really nice. I like this a lot. This is not what I was expecting to be here at all, but I'm very approving. I thought this was going to be like another indoor bit, but I get what you mean. It's like a center circle that attaches to everywhere else.
Yeah, and if we come around and keep going, I want to build like a storage area over on this wall here.
Yeah.
So it'll branch off from there. And if we come inside...
I like the fact that you've kept the natural waterfalls, by the way. I was hoping you'd do that.
I built us a nice bed frame.
Oh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful.
Is it nighttime?
Nope. Still set your respawn point.
Oh, you can still set your spawn point,
yeah. I've just done it. Right.
Sweet.
Dirt.
I also built this little workbench looking thing.
Dirt.
I have no inventory space. Let me go put some stuff in a random chest.
Give you all the random shit I was holding that I don't need.
Alright, so... I think we've made a lot of progress today.
I think we have as well. Yeah, we've managed to gather a good amount of resources. We made it back from the Nether safely, which is important. We've come up with some cool designs, but I've implemented some designs from a video that I actually that I'm pretty proud of, to be honest. I think they look really cool. Even though, like, I shouldn't be proud of them because I didn't make them. You know what I mean? I'm guessing these are where more lanterns would go, but you didn't have the iron to make the
Yes.
chains.
Yes. All the lanterns, really.
Fair enough, yes. I'm going to go and smelt the iron.
So we could have a forge to that side.
It looks like we don't have moss blocks at the minute in this update, sadly.
Yeah, well, you know, we'll live.
Ooh, baby. Didn't check if we had coal and didn't really gather much either.
Well, I guess it sucks to be you. Go, little coal boy, go.
I didn't really see any. I saw a little bit. Oh no, we got 64 here. That's enough.
Yeah, I do eventually, once we get the ability to bring grass down here, I want to put grass around this fountain, but in the meantime, we'll just use dirt. So, as a placeholder to tell us where it should go once we get rain.
Does it not grow down here?
It grows, but you need a piece of dirt to start with.
A piece of grass, yeah, you do. Like it.
Yeah, a piece of grass. Because it spreads, but it can't spread if there's nothing to spread from.
Yes. I see what you mean. Carrot.
Bludgeoning yourself to death with a toolbox, huh? It's extremely peaceful.
Yeah.
Also, for that little light on top of the fountain, I used one of those shroom lights that you were going to throw away.
Yeah, I like it. Nice.
Now you learn to appreciate shroom light.
I like the shroom. What's the purpose of this bit here?
I am crafting something, so I can't see what you're doing.
Like the piece of carpet that's like on top of a stick.
Oh, you know, it's full. Please wipe your feet, you know? I had a spare piece of carpet, so I thought I'd give it a hat.
Fair.
Please wipe your feet.
Fair enough.
Sweet. Yeah, I think it'd be fun if I could get you to play Half-Life sometime.
I'm gonna say I'm sure I'll get around to playing it at some point. It's not exactly a game that I like despise or anything. I just haven't played it yet.
We could even do it like for a podcast or something, for a series.
That'd be kind of fun.
Do it together. Because I know you're not like super into the idea of playing a game that old.
I gotta say, definitely it'll be more enjoyable in that regard if I'm playing with someone.
Yeah, I still think it stands up on its own. Like it's not one of those games where you absolutely need like drugs or alcohol and or a friend to get through it. But like,
yeah, I know what you mean.
But like, I feel like with what you've expressed, you being, of course, a snob who doesn't like anything that wasn't made in the last 5 years. Don't look at me like that.
Items in this chest, by the way.
Nice. But yeah, because you've expressed some trepidation about it being an older game, I feel like, if I'm there to loop you up, it might go a bit smoother.
Yeah, I think it's just it's just one of those games where I find it hard to sit down and play it in entirety. I could definitely sit down and give it a go, but I don't think I'd end up finishing it. I'm already pretty bad at finishing story games anyways.
Well, that's sort of the thing with story games, though, that I think is good for like YouTube stuff, is because that they do actually end.
Yeah.
Like, you can actually like play them through to completion on a YouTube channel and be like, there, I did it, without having to be like, without like, having to cut it off yourself when you just can't stand it anymore, but like you have to with roguelikes.
It's also like, I did something similar with Hollow Knight. I got 112%, but people were still like, I can't believe you didn't do this. Like, I literally...
I believe you didn't beat all the pantheons.
I'd left one pantheon, I think Pantheon of Hollowness, the very last one, and I didn't do like Absolute Radiance, and I'm just like, I don't have to.
It's okay, I didn't either. Because I suck.
Like, the Pantheons fucking killed me. Like, I think it was Pantheon 3. It took me so long to beat, and it was so frustrating. I said in the video that I beat it in, I was like, honestly, I was like a few more bad runs or bad days of playing this from just quitting and stopping. And I didn't want to quit because I wanted to finish it and get 112%, but at the same time, it was leaving a really sour taste in my mouth. Like, I didn't want to leave Hollow Knight on a really bad note, and that's why I didn't play the other Pantheons and the really hard bosses, because I know how frustrating they can be, and I didn't want to leave on just a terrible note.
Yeah. Peacefully sunset the series.
Yeah, exactly. And like, Nightmare King Grim was already like pretty fucking bad for me.
Oh, dude, I hated Nightmare King Grim.
Like, everyone's like, oh, he's such a cool boss. I was like, no, he's fucking not. Like, he's cool design-wise, and his attacks are interesting, but to fight, he's not good.
He is a phenomenal boss, but he is extremely difficult.
Like, I at least think 2 of his attacks were just they weren't difficult in the right way, they were just unfun. Like, as far as the fight goes, there was a few of them I just really didn't like.
Something I've realized about Nightmare King Grim is he's like the opposite of the Radiance. The Radiance has a lot of extremely simple attacks, but she chains them together. Like, you don't need to be absolutely perfect to do the Radiance, but if you but she like will overwhelm you if you're not careful with a lot of attacks in very quick succession, overlapping one another. Nightmare King Grim is the opposite. He doesn't overlap his attacks, but you have to be absolutely perfect to not get hit.
Yeah.
In that way, they're opposites.
He doesn't.
Like, I've heard people who are like, "Man, Nightmare King Grim was so easy, but the Radiance killed me."
Whereas I suppose it depends what you like. Yeah, it depends. Like,
yeah, if you're better at dodging a lot of attacks strung, like a lot of simpler attacks strung together, you'll find the Radiance easier. If you're better at dodging, very precise attacks, like one at a time, you'll find Nightmare King Grim easier.
Yeah.
And I personally found the Radiance surprisingly easy.
So did I, to be honest. Yeah, I got through the normal Radiance pretty easily. But like in terms of Nightmare King Grim, you are right. He does do very separate attacks, but there is like one attack that he can I wouldn't even say combo, but he can do this attack and then start another one immediately after. And obviously it's random which order he does them in for the most part. But if two of them, I can't remember which one it is now. I think one of them's the one where he dashes and he's got that like fire trail behind him, and the other one's where he like dives into the sky, then dives back down onto you. I think it was if he did them two back to back, there was very little time between them, and like you said, you have to be absolutely perfect. And because of the way that you have to dodge each of them is so parallel, like you got to be in completely different positions. It was so difficult to do it correctly, and he tended to combo them together relatively often, and it just frustrated the hell out of me. Although I am quite proud of the way I ended up killing Nightmare King Grim. I'm quite happy with.
Nightmare Grim.
Nightmare Grim. I let him purposely hit me down to 1 heart and had the double damage thing on. The Fury, whatever it's called.
Nightmare Daddy.
Fury of the Fallen, something like that. But
Nightmare Daddy.
I managed to beat him on just 1 heart throughout the entire fight and literally doing the whole thing perfect. But that's just because I had an obscene amount of practice.
Okay, so I have an idea for this area.
Okay.
I want to build something here, but I want to
stop.
I want to shut up, okay? I want to leave the lava flow here.
Yeah, of course.
I want to like peg it in. I say that too often, in fact. But I want to like leave it here to sort of emphasize that we're in a cave.
Yeah, I gotta say, I don't want to get rid of any of the natural flows of water and lava, because I think they're quite integral. And you know, I think it was you that were saying last time about making some sort of forge. This seems like a very forge-esque area.
That's true. I was going to build a farm.
But yeah, I was thinking with like, obviously we've got quite a few lava flows, so we could kind of put the forge wherever you want, but this one, with how it looks like that, it looks very forge-esque.
We could do that, yeah.
I like the idea of that being somewhere on the forge, yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah. I personally just think that the difficulty of, like, Nightmare King Grim versus the Radiance comes down to, like, what you're personally better at.
Yeah.
And because they're so opposite, I feel as though, like, so many people, like, depending on who you are, you'll either find one easy and one hard, or you'll either find okay, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm saying words before my brain has finished my sentences. What I'm trying to say is you will find one easy and one hard, just because of they're such opposite bosses and just what they are.
Yeah.
That you'll pretty much invariably either be good at one and, you know, terrible at the other.
What's going on with these fence posts, by the way? Why are they just like singles? Not better join them up here.
Do it and you'll see it looks terrible.
Ah, fair enough.
Yeah, there's no real good way to connect fences on a diagonal. But yeah, like, I did both Nightmare King Grim and the Radiance, and I struggled a lot with Nightmare King Grim. But you know,
Yeah,
he's a fun character, Grim.
I gotta say, like, it's no diss to the boss's design and everything. Like, I think that it's a wonderfully created boss. He was just very frustrating.
Very difficult.
Can you smelt tough into anything else?
I have no idea. Probably not.
Just melt a bunch of cobble and shit and make some nice blocks.
Do we have any andesite?
I can't remember what andesite looks
I would
like.
imagine not a significant amount. Oh, he's basalt. Yeah, so I would say that it's just personal.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks nice.
Nice repeating floor tile.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is my dissection of the game designer of Hollow Knight. Please give me an award. I'll be
Are
here
you going to
all
become
week.
Mossbag?
Oh God, people have already made comparisons.
I'm sure they have, yeah. You're not allowed to tell people when you like a game because they're going to expect you to make a lore video on it.
Oh yeah, someone's like, "Hey, you should talk about this new game. It's like an agricultural simulator that Zinfnach made a video about, and it's really cool." And I'm like, "Hey, that does sound really cool. What could I say about it?" It was like, "Oh yeah." Like, it's not just make a video. I have to have something to say.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna say like
Which is
your
another
videos are
place where
always like really specific topics, so like you'd need a really
it's
specific topic.
it's another place where we differ because it's kind of the opposite. You make a video to find things to say. I have to find something to say before I make a video.
Yeah, 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 definitely. Completely agree on that front. I just have a remarkable ability to talk about nothing for hours.
You're British. It's inherent.
Like, honestly, especially with the recent popularity of my Binding of Isaac series, I constantly like watch back through my recordings and I'm like, is this actually interesting? Are people enjoying what I'm saying, or am I just talking about the game and nothing else? And I constantly forget like what I've said in the video and why people enjoy them. And I'm like, I look back through and I'm like, is this enjoyable? I don't know anymore. But then I upload it and it gets like 500 views. And I'm like, okay, I guess it is.
Existential dread.
Oh, YouTube fucking anxiety is the worst. I don't get anxiety about anything really, but every now and again, for like 2 days, like once every 3 months, my brain just has an absolute panic attack about my YouTube channel, and it makes no sense, and it's completely unjust, and it's just awful. It's the worst. But it happens like once every 3 or 4
makes me
months.
imagine you like shaking your fist at the sky and demanding that someone answer for this.
But it is really bad though. I like it doesn't happen often, and like I know this sounds bad. It sounds like I really shouldn't be complaining, but it's almost worse for me because I don't really get anxiety about much else. So it always feels like it hits a lot harder when it's about this because I'm not used to it.
Yeah, no, it's like you're not used to being stabbed in the kidneys, but I mean, come next Friday, you're gonna realize that you're not used to being stabbed in the kidneys.
Don't stab me in the kidneys. I don't want it. At least harvest them.
Give your kidneys to orphans in need. Feed starving African children.
Donate your kidney to an orphan. That sounds like a strange charity.
I just realized that's literally a joke from Portal.
What is it?
You can donate one or more of your organs to the Aperture Science Self-Esteem Fund for Girls.
I need to play Portal again. I need to play Portal 2 again. Portal 2 is so good. Fucking Wheatley's the best. Even Merchant. Amazing. He was on a podcast I listened to recently, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I've been listening to a podcast, which is 2 of the actresses from The American Office, going through every single episode and talking about all the behind the scenes and how it was made. Really good, actually. And obviously Stephen Merchant made The British Office, and he was the director for a few episodes of The American Office, and he came on for one of the episodes that he directed and like talked about it. It was really cool. Yeah, Stephen Merchant and Ricky Gervais were actually more involved in the creation of The American Office than you'd think.
I don't think about The Office, so yes, he probably is more involved than I'd think.
Well, generally, I'm not saying you specifically. I'm saying that people specifically. Sort of. I do like it when you find just a really good podcast. I'm really liking TV show podcasts. I've been listening to this Office one, and it's extremely long.
Hey guys, isn't it great when you find a really good podcast?
While listening to a podcast, pretty much. But also I've been listening to.
Isn't it great when you find a really good podcast? Hey guys, come listen to the TurtleMelon Talks His Ass Off podcast.
Yeah. Ours is barely a podcast. It's just us playing games that I title as a podcast because it's a long video.
It's a long video that no one will watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna say I bet the viewer retention on those is terrible.
No, I meant that in sense of people listening instead of watching.
Yeah,
But
well, yeah,
you
that's
know,
also true.
I wasn't trying to insult you as much as I think you were insulted.
I wasn't insulted. I don't care.
You're like, yes, I agree. Nobody watches.
I always feel like when you upload a video that's over like 45 minutes long, people just don't watch videos that long, and like a specific set of people always do, but no one else does. Like I've been a little bit like I've been worried about things with my Isaac series that I have absolutely no reason to worry about really. And one of them is that people really like seeing me play Tainted Jacob because they like seeing me suffer, but I actually did a lot of Tainted Jacob like either off camera or on streams because I don't like playing him. And one of the streams was like 4 hours long, and it just ended with me in just like everyone in the chat was like, "Turtle, please stop! You are killing yourself." And it just ended with me ended up cheating in the glowing hourglass and finishing the character completion mark because I couldn't be asked. So I'm like, I was like, do I upload that? Because people like seeing the pain, but I feel like the vast majority of people that actually enjoy watching the content won't give a shit that I cheated, but I feel like I'm gonna get like a bunch of comments like, "Oh my god, I can't believe you did this, ooh." And it's like
one of them will be me.
Yeah, and it's like, do I want to bother uploading it then? But at the same time, I feel like I should.
I always call you out when you cheat.
Yeah, I did what, like the one sort of cheat that I did in a YouTube video was I was playing Tainted Jacob. It was my last completion mark to the Hush, and I got an absolute banger of a run. It was so good. Then I accidentally picked up Akladama, or whatever it's called, Akaldema, I can't remember.
Akaldama?
Akaldama, yeah. I accidentally picked it up and I was like, oh my god. And it just, when you're on Tainted Jacob, it just insta-kills him. It just kills Izo immediately.
Right, I was wondering how Akaldama could possibly mess you up.
Yeah,
Akaldama.
Akaldama, the teal trail just instantly kills Izo every single floor.
It's not exactly what I envision when I think of run-ending items.
Exactly. So yeah, I picked it up and immediately I was like, oh fuck, this is such a god run. So I used console commands to remove it. So I was like, this is a god run. I don't care. I'm not losing this run that's a god tier run to a stupid interaction the devs should fix.
Contrary to what you'd think, for Tainted Jacob to be better, Esau needs more health.
Yeah. Like that's another thing I said, like a justification I made in the video. In the next update, they've said that they're going to make Esau invincible. So he shouldn't have died anyways, so I feel a bit more justified.
Invincible?
Yeah, in the next update, they're going to make him unkillable, apart from by specific means, I think. But like, generally, he's not going to be killable.
I don't know if I like that either.
Neither do I. Like, if that's what they do, and it's just that he's invincible and not killable at all, that takes away half of the fun of the advantage of being able to turn into the Lost and take Duel of the Devils and have flight. So I don't know how they're gonna do it because that's all we've heard, and it was months ago at this point. Honestly, I don't want to give them any shit for not updating the game because they can take as long as they want, and Vin's an overworked guy anyways. But it's been a real long time, and they haven't updated anything, and there's some really broken shit that needs fixing.
Well, speaking as somebody who who's made some stuff that went up unupdated for a very long time and had a lot of broken shit that needed fixing, I sort of empathize with Vin in that regard.
Mm-hmm. Like, honestly, I completely understand it from his point of view. He needs a break. Like, by all means, take it. But it is a little upsetting that there's no one to sort of help him out while he's gone, because there is some really, really bad bugs in the game. Like, I don't care about Ezao and Tainted Lazarus and stuff being rebalanced. That's just neither here nor there. It's annoying that they're not, but it'd be nice if they were, but I'm not gonna cry about it. But it's like, there's like 3 cards in the game that instantly softlock or crash the game, and there's like 4 or 5 item interactions that are relatively common that crash the game. Like, I had a run the other day. I was playing Alexa's Pyramid thing that he's made recently on stream, and I had a It's a really cool thing, actually. I'm guessing you know who Alexa is.
I know of him.
Yeah, but he's made this tabletop simulator game called The Pyramid. It's an old thing that he had before, but he's made a new version called Pyramid Ultimate, and it's essentially just a bunch of card decks of roguelike games with challenges associated with them, and you pick between 3 and 5 games of your choice out of the list of roguelikes that's available, which is a lot. There's like 40, 50 games in there. And then you pick a random primary objective and a random secondary objective, and it'll be like, say if you pick Isaac Repentance, it'll be like, play Tainted Bethany, and you have to go to the mirror dimension on Downpour or Dross and visit every single room, including the boss, as your challenge. And if you manage to complete both objectives, i.e. win your run and do the secondary objective, you get points, and I think it's 125 for your primary and 75 for your secondary, and you've got to see if you can get as many points as possible, and there's like multiple different games and different challenges. It's really fucking cool. He's put a lot of effort into it, and it's like it's pretty awesome. It's like a challenge video.
One of the challenges is play a character and full clear the mirror dimension. You mean you don't do that by default?
No, I do not. But yeah, like, so it's really cool. And anyways, I was playing that, and I got Tainted Bethany, and I was on Dross, I think, or Downpour, either one of the two. And whenever I used her book, Lemageddon, it instantly crashed the game every time when I used it. Whatever item it was spawning, it just instantly crashed the game.
Well, you should stop cheating so hard then.
It's just like, for fuck's sake. Also, yes, I am now never ever going to full clear the mirror dimension ever again, because I lost possibly the coolest run ever by dying to the mirror boss the other day, and it killed my insides. I had the R key and wildcard, and wildcard works with the R key, but I had double R key, and I didn't use a single one of them. I died on the mirror boss.
That would be. A wildcard R key seems very difficult to use, though.
Yeah, you can't use any other cards or actives on the second run. You've got to hold off using anything else. I did actually play the run, because I thought, this is such a cool run. Even though I lost it to a really dumb death, I'm going to actually just play the seed again, just so people can see that it works and see, like, a cool run. So I went and played the seed again, and yes, you have to play the full second run for however long as you want with the R key, without using any cards or actives or pills. So that wildcard still takes the effect of R key, but it does work.
Yeah, I can imagine it would work. This is the man who, of course, will not play clone runs, but he will double R key.
It's a bit, I think it's a bit different on Isaac's. It's new. On Gungeon, it's just kind of eh. Also, like, in that run the other day where I did the nightmare thing on Gungeon when I got clone. The reason I didn't do clone is because I was like, I want this to be a shorter run. I don't have much time, and then I ended up doing the whole gunslinger thing, and it ended up being a really long episode. It was unintentional that I played for that long. Like, I was literally supposed to like play like a 40-minute run and then be done. That's kind of all I had time for. So like in the middle of that run, I had to message someone and be like, "Sorry, gonna be late."
Sorry, boss. I can't. Do work today. I'm playing a video game.
It's more important. Sorry. In terms of, obviously, it doesn't matter while you're doing this, we can do it later. In terms of supports for this, where else are you going to do any supports below the actual base bit itself and below the
it's going to be hanging
fountain, or is it all going to be hanging? Yeah, because
it's going to be hanging. I like the idea of it hanging.
I was thinking maybe just to make this look a little more structurally sound, maybe putting some like
I want to add some stuff in underneath.
Like, yeah, I'm going to say some bits here.
Some stuff in underneath that's it's not like support, but just like decor.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm kind of fumbling around at the minute because I'm really useless at making decorations.
What do you think of the forge right now?
I think it looks pretty cool. I think it could be a little more closed, a little like tighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm not done yet.
Or maybe like bring the lava forward a bit, like get some few more lava buckets up there and bring the lava a bit further forward. I'm not sure.
I'm not done yet, obviously.
It's good.
Don't you dare. Don't. Oh, your funeral.
But it's looking cool so far. I like it. I really like all these new blocks that they've added in. They allow for some really cool looking builds.
Yeah, I've managed to do a lot with various shades of grey.
Yeah, I like it a lot. Good.
I think I'm gonna go that high for a roof. This is going to be one of the few structures we have that's on the ground because you can't exactly suspend 20 tons of stone.
Yeah.
Plus, we wanted to build it around the lava feature, which is cool. Yeah, so
if you want some regular non-cobbled deep slate here, I've just melted it up. I want it.
Cool.
I'm smelting up some stone. It's smooth.
I can use it somewhere.
Yeah.
Potentially.
Yeah.
Okay, how do I want to do this? I don't know if I want to do this. I'm just going to iron bars in front of it and see how it looks. It's like a chimney.
Wait a minute. The smoke doesn't pass through solid blocks. Just smoke up from the top.
No, it's hitting the bottom.
I feel like slabs aren't slabs like fake blocks though. They're not full blocks.
No, they are solid.
Okay, good. I can't remember what block it is, but there's one block that definitely looks solid. But
There are okay. It's like they're semi-solid blocks, but it's like in terms of like solidness is really only determined by suffocation. Like
yeah,
slabs won't suffocate you because they're not considered solid in that sense, but they're still solid enough to block smoke.
yes. How do you make the wooden blocks that just have bark on the outside?
How do you do the Minecraft?
I don't know how to make.
How do you do the Minecraft?
I don't know. Yeah.
Make those just 4 logs in a square.
But it only makes 3. Ugh. I like them.
Nobody said it wasn't a scam. Speaking of scams, are you familiar with this is going to sound terrible. Are you familiar with Simon Whistler? I would imagine most people are.
No.
He recently uploaded a video on one of his numerous channels about a scam.
Yeah, I've not heard of him.
He runs a lot of different like info channels. You know, those channels where it's like, here's a weird thing that happened in the 1990s.
Yeah.
And he's good at it, actually. He's bearable.
That's good.
He's also very British.
Oh, it's always good to be offensively British.
Oh, come over here, come over here.
On my way.
I really like the way the smoke goes up through the bars.
Yeah, that's really nice. That's really nice.
Just wanted to show that.
I like it a lot.
Yeah, I uploaded a video about a blood cult the other day.
Very nice.
Yes.
Good old blood cult.
Yeah. And it was a massive scam.
What do you mean by blood cult?
I mean they sacrificed people to the blood gods.
Ah, I thought that's what you meant. Like sacrificials. But I wasn't sure.
Not the blood gods, but you know. Aztec deities.
Yeah.
So, close enough. Let me put it this way: if they're a god and they like blood, they're a blood god.
Yeah.
But yeah, he talked about this thing that went down like relatively recently, historically speaking, where a couple of scam artists tricked a town into thinking that they were like the messengers of an Aztec deity that um would, bring them fortune if they would take care of the priests.
People are fucking.
And the two used it to get money
Of course.
from the poor, uneducated villagers. And when that wasn't enough, they also used it to extort them for sexual favors.
Ah, good.
Being like, the gods demand that we have a massive ritual orgy.
God, people are just morons, aren't they?
These were like people in like rural Mexico, like extremely rural Mexico, uneducated farming village.
Yeah, I suppose if you've not been exposed to anything that's close to a scam before, you wouldn't recognize a scam when it happens.
Yeah, they
But
just
even
weren't
still,
lucky enough to know what a scam was.
Yeah, even still, it is bad when people fall for shit.
Yeah, bad, but it's not their fault.
Yeah.
So yes, it is of course rather disappointing, where are all the drug-fueled sex blood cults in my area, I feel a little bit left out.
Single blood cults in your area.
But yeah, it's quite a grim topic because eventually the villagers started to grow wise to the scam and was like, "Hey, you've been promising us fame and fortune and the appearance of a living god for a while now, and no living gods have appeared. What's up with that?"
Yeah, what up with that?
And so they're like, "Oh, okay, fine. We'll get you a god." And so they went into a nearby city, or I think it was just a larger town, and they employed a prostitute, I believe it was, to play the part of a living goddess, living Aztec goddess, to fool the villagers.
Now I can't imagine that went over well.
It went over too well, in fact. They 100% believed it. And because they'd pumped her so full of drugs and she was probably a bit unhinged herself, she started believing it too.
Oh no. Don't
So
mind
she
what I'm
sort
doing
of-
here. I'm just testing out like little structure bits, but it's not working.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
That's nonsense. Just ignore that.
Yeah.
I was trying to make like a structure support, but it looks horrible.
She took command of this like blood cult, and the two scam artists who started it were sort of pushed aside. People didn't think they needed the profits anymore when they
Because
thought a
they've got the
god was
god,
among
yeah.
them. So, however, if you know anything about Aztec gods, it's like, they're not really nice people.
No, definitely not.
And
They're not very forgiving.
She took to the role a bit too well. And began demanding blood sacrifices of animals and townspeople.
Oh no. That's like, was this like random prostitute just luckily for her really up to date on her Aztec history?
I think she was a bit unhinged to begin with, and they pumped her full of drugs and told her all about the role she was meant to be playing.
Ah, so they'd sort of given her an idea of how she was supposed to act, and she committed too bad, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Method acting. It's dangerous.
Methadone acting.
But yeah, so then they started ripping hearts out of people.
Wow. Goddamn. Crazy shit goes on in
Yeah.
this world. Real crazy
Yeah,
shit.
it's wild. Like, the more you learn about the world, the more you realize that, like, it's not a sane place.
No.
Like, people talk about the world like it makes sense and everything is orderly and there's sanity somewhere in it, but it's not. There is no order, there is only chaos. What can will, quite frankly, what can will.
I can't remember the name of it now, but I was reading about a murder in America in like the 1970s and how he got caught. I can't remember what his name was now. It was like KSB or something like that. It was like 3 letters. I can't remember his name.
Oh, I know this one. BTK.
BTK, that's it. Yeah. I was reading about his eventual capture and how fucking stupid it was.
Yeah, which one was he? How did he get caught again?
He
floppy?
was basically he was like a completely upstanding citizen by everyone
No, that
else's
was the Son of
mark.
Sam.
Had like
Sorry.
he had like a really sort of normal family, normal life, and he was like a leader of the local parish at the church and stuff. And he'd been like stalking and murdering people every now and again, and then taunting the cops and media about it, like sending them in like dolls and like he'd like take pictures of what he did and like have like really graphic, well written, I won't say well written, but you know what I mean, like detailed written documents of what he'd done to people, and like he'd like hide them random places for people to find, and then like submitted some of them to the media and stuff. And he did all this in like the 1970s and 80s and never got caught. And then in like the 1990s, like 10 years after the case had gone cold and no one cared about it anymore, he decided to start taunting the police again because he hadn't murdered anyone again, but he was planning on it. And he asked the cops in one of his messages.
Oh yeah, this is the floppy, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. The
floppy did me in.
Exactly. So what he did is he hid like a package. I think it was a cereal box with some documents in it on someone's truck, and then that person had put it in the bin, not knowing what it was. Then the media found it, the police found it, and they found the person that had put it in the truck. It is in like they knew what vehicle they were driving. Of course, they didn't know who it was, but they knew what vehicle they drove. And then in that there was a message that said, "Hey, police. If I send you my next message via a floppy disk rather than paper, you can't trace it, can you? And if you can't trace it, put an advert in the newspaper saying this, this, and this." And they did it, and of course were like, "Yeah, we totally can't trace it." And he just believed them and sent them a floppy disk that to like one of the media outlets that
And they
just
recovered
said,
a file off
yeah,
of it
all it said
that contained a schedule for the church he worked at.
Yep. So basically, the floppy disk just contained a document that said this is a test and nothing else. It was literally just him testing it. And in it, they found a previously edited file in the metadata for his church's parish and it showed who last edited it, and his name was like John or something. I can't remember his name now. And then
I got him confused with the Son of Sam.
Yeah.
Which is a different serial killer who also like had religious shit for some reason.
But then they went and checked the church.
Connection made them mesh together in my mind.
Yeah, I can imagine that. But yeah, they went and checked the church and so, oh, this guy's got the same name and he's the leader. And then they went to drive by his house and they're like, that's the car that we saw as well. And then they, I think they got his daughter's DNA was like on the system from like a pap smear or something like that. I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something like that. So they checked the hair DNA against DNA they'd found under the fingernails of one of the victims, and turns out it was a match. And they arrested him, and he literally got caught.
Probably not a match, but a close match.
Yeah, it was a familiar match, as in like. They could tell it was familial, that's the word. They could tell that it was a family member, so they knew it was him. So they immediately were like, "Hey, let's arrest this guy." And this guy got caught because he got too cocky and literally gave them the evidence they needed to make an arrest.
Yeah. Son of Sam is a completely different serial killer just because he had religious like stuff in it. I got him confused with BTK who did the church.
I'm not sure I know about the Son of Sam.
My memory's fuzzy on it.
I'll have to read about it later. For some reason, I enjoy reading about them. It's weird, but everyone.
Oh no, it's fascinating. Yeah. You don't have to justify yourself to me. I understand.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, we shouldn't like it. Humans shouldn't be super obsessed with it, but it's really interesting.
Yeah. People hurting other people is interesting. Sad as it is.
Yeah. It's just kind of interesting to sort of try and not understand, but try and see the mindset of these fucking horrible people. And,
Yep.
like, it's just weird how so many of them are, like, just feel so justified in what they do and feel like they can just do what they want because they're right, even though they're not.
I mean, a lot of them know that they're villains.
Oh, well, yeah, almost all of them, to be honest. But, like, doesn't stop them.
Like, you're confusing, like, a serial killer with someone who has a motivation. A serial killer's motivation is more often than not just anger and hatred.
Hmm. But yeah, I think
Like,
I got onto it because I like one of the killers in the TV show Dexter is actually based on the BLT killer.
the BLT killer.
Yeah. I knew that was wrong, but I couldn't remember. BLK.
It's BLK.
Yeah.
It's BTK.
BTK.
It stands for Bind, Torture, Kill.
I'm pretty sure that was a name that he gave the media that he wanted to be called.
Yeah, he made up the name BTK based on Bind, Torture, Kill, because he is like, it is the method of my murders, and he's uncreative.
Yeah.
At least the Zodiac Killer was somewhat creative in coming up with a name. Imagine just naming yourself, like, imagine, like, a wild, like, guy who likes to run people over calling himself, like, Car Man.
Run over killer.
Car Man. Yes, C, run over, flee. You can call me SRF.
Yeah, I gotta say, yeah, so I was, like, I got interested in reading about it because, yeah, I found out one of the murderers in Dexter was based off of him.
Yeah, I still haven't seen Dexter. I should probably do that.
It's so fucking good. Dexter's one of my favorite TV shows. The only problem with it is there is a few dud seasons. There's like two, like the last season.
I thought you were gonna say scenes.
No,
but then you said seasons,
I said
and I was
seasons.
like,
the last season, especially, including the ending, is just not good at all. And then one of the other seasons is kind of meh, but it's not bad. It's just not as good as the rest. But overall, as a series as a whole, it's really fucking good and well worth watching. Especially the first 4 seasons that were written by, like, directed by a different director. And the first 4 seasons are insanely good. And then season 7, which is the one before last, this is the one I'm watching rewatching at the minute, is also really, really good. And I've sort of started watching it again at the minute because they're bringing out a new Dexter season soon.
I tried to make the crafting table look more 4G. But it just looks like a crafting table wearing a Halloween costume.
It works. But yeah, I gotta say, I highly recommend watching Dexter. It's very good, even though there is, like, the last season is pretty atrocious. Overall, it's a very good show.
You know what? We could probably do some, like, side supports from the Forge up to the main segment.
That's what I was thinking, you know. I was thinking about having, because this just looks a bit too, I don't know, it looks a bit too floaty. I know there's no supports on it yet, and there will be later.
It looks a bit too close for it to not be connected.
Yeah, you are right.
So I think we'll do some sort of side support. So we'll do, like, support from the Forge on this side, and then from the other side we'll do cables.
Yeah.
Now we need to actually get the furnaces in.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
This
So
whole
I'll go collect
Forge
them now.
is completely non-functional. Yeah, I have been on a bit of a true crime fascination for a while now.
Yeah, good stuff.
It's really not, but that's the point.
Yeah, I don't know. Everyone's like it. It just speaks to people in a weird way.
In a very weird way. I'm not saying
the
I'm a
human
serial
brain
killer.
is fascinated with all that shit, and it doesn't make any sense, but it's the truth.
Don't place them in yet. I want to do some stuff.
No, yeah, I'm not. I'm putting them on the floor for you.
Cool.
On the floor in front of the forge.
Oh, wait, this is smooth deep
Should we
slate.
try
What?
sleep in the bed once you picked up that shit? I don't know if it's nighttime yet.
Oh,
But we'll attempt it.
I'd love to sleep with you, Turtle.
Yeah.
Uh, we've used all our deep slate.
I don't know how. That's kind of
We
insane.
made this monstrosity.
It's good though. I really like this. So far, so good.
Okay, I think for now, I'll just do this.
Yeah, I really need to like sort of knuckle down and find some diamonds. But honestly, this update make this snapshot is so hard to find.
Mining away.
I don't know what.
don't know what to mine. I'll mine it anyway.
Get in my bed, bitch. Get in my bed.
Ugh, quiet.
Get in belly.
You thought wrong, my good bitch. I've been quoting that for too long.
My good bitch.
Ah. I love the view from this entrance. I really like what I've done with this.
I'm gonna say I like this a lot. I think as
proud.
well, like once we get like a few of these, like this where the bed is, a few more of these like around the place, and especially like something like sort of hanging off the geode area, it's gonna look really good. We need some sort of structure hanging off of the water chute as well.
Yeah, we should add more support to that.
We could maybe build one of these sort of things. Obviously, it's a lot more effort. But build one of these sort of things like where the bed is around the water chute, maybe. I'm gonna go up to the surface and do some wood chopping.
Cool.
War, I love it.
Haven't seen the surface in years.
Cool.
You know what I could
Do you want a bit of spruce as well?
Oh yeah, spruce would be really nice actually. It gives some color texture.
Cool. I've got 3 axes. I'll just like try and use more until, or I'll just like go around until it's nighttime.
Why did you give me 63 smooth stone?
I just put it in the furnace, and it was like when I destroyed the furnaces, it was just in there. So I didn't give you it for any reason in particular, but you can have it.
We're not here for any reason. You have no idea what I'm talking about, and I love it.
It's just there. I'm sure some. I don't. I'm sure someone's.
God, I've sunk into the pits of like just aimlessly referencing things. Help.
Oh yeah, like I do that all the time. Like I do it all the time when I'm recording my videos. I'll make like a reference to like a British TV show that likely no one that's watching has seen, and like there's really no point for me to reference it because no one's gonna know what I'm talking about. Ravine, little ravine.
Yeah, whereas I'm just referencing like interrogation footage.
I watched Don't Fuck With Cats recently as well. I don't know if you've seen that.
The hell is that?
Oh, you should definitely watch that if you like true crime stuff. It's a Netflix like series. I think it's like 4 or 5 episodes long. About catching this killer who like started off by posting a bunch of videos of him like torturing cats to like a Facebook group.
Boy.
And then a bunch of the people in the group or like that saw it decided you need to track him down and get him arrested. And then then he started like posting more stuff and talking about how he was planning to kill someone. And then he posted.
I actually remember that, I think.
Yeah, he like posted a video of him doing it, of him killing the guy, and then like left his torso and his head in like a suitcase in a bag around the city that he lived in, and then
This
like
is real, right?
yeah, it's real. And then he fucked off to like another country, and it's all about the story of how he was caught, and like about like the sort of story of his mental state and why he did what he did, and it's really interesting. Like why he did what he did was like super fucked up.
I think I remember something like that from a few years ago. People talking about somebody who was torturing cats on like posting videos to harass people.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
exactly
I didn't
what
realize
was doing,
that they'd actually. I didn't realize they'd gone on to actually kill someone.
Yeah, they did, and they made a documentary about it, about like the people in the Facebook group that helped like find him and stuff, and it was really interesting, really interesting.
Oh, well, obviously not that he killed someone, but
Yeah. But yeah, like his sort of like reasoning for doing it all was just like bizarre.
I was bored.
It wasn't I was bored. It definitely wasn't I was bored.
You know, it was a slow day at work, and I decided, you know what, I'm gonna kill a bitch.
And like they managed to like get his mum on the documentary as well, and she like still believed he was innocent and stuff after like all the info had come out. And it was really sad to see, but it also seemed like his mum was a bit of a mentalist. She was a bit insane.
I think the forge is mostly done aside from some of the roof.
Nice.
I'm gonna put some stuff away and come up to the surface with you.
Okay. Only a daylight left. So.
Yeah, so what was I talking about?
Who knows?
Yeah, I know more about Stephen McDaniel than I ever should.
Who's Stephen McDaniel? I probably know him, but like, I don't know off the top of my head.
Why, Stephen? Why? The hair was there, Stephen.
I don't know what you're referencing. I definitely don't know him.
Oh no, he's not one of those like famous criminal geniuses from back in the day. He's a very modern, pathetic criminal.
Ah.
Not a serial killer. He killed one woman and got caught for it immediately.
Ah. Okay.
But he became famous not only for the incredible incompetence of the people interrogating him, but his bizarre behavior during the interrogation. Stephen was a lawyer, and the last thing a police officer wants to do is interrogate a lawyer.
Yeah, because they know what to say and know how to avoid slipping up and stuff.
Stephen sort of clammed up. He isolated into a little goblin shell, and he just responded with yes, no, I don't know, with no emotion.
But yeah.
like every lawyer's like dream is to have a client who does that.
Yeah.
Because it gives them nothing. They interrogated him for hours, and he turned hours of interrogation into nothing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They got nothing out of it. It was insane, and he became an incredibly disturbing and creepy character. Moreover, because he didn't just say the things like that. Where are you, by the way?
I went over sort of from the water elevator towards the little forest to the left.
Okay, I'm going that way.
Now.
Okay, I'll meet you at the elevator then. Yeah, so he became this bizarre, creepy character who just, yeah, I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Because he didn't just shut down by saying the right things, he shut down all body language. He just sat there like emotionless.
So like, how did they catch him?
No.
Like, was there a reason why he did it?
I don't know. The reason why he did it, he was a stalker. So, and the woman he was stalking lived in his apartment building. and she was going to move away soon. So people think he killed her so that he wouldn't have to so that she wouldn't have to live without him.
Yeah.
He was one of these like doomsday prepper people who are like, do you have the coordinates of the base, by the way, for when we need to come back from wherever we're wandering off to? Because I don't want to have to do that.
It's like, it's something I can't remember.
I'll take the coordinates and.
It's like 460, 120, I think.
460. Yeah, I'm just gonna send that in a DM so I don't forget.
I just need to pause the recording. Anyways, what was she saying? We're back. What was she saying?
I was saying that
let's go sleep.
They eventually caught him. Or they didn't really. They managed to eventually convince him to take a plea deal, is what they achieved.
They didn't. So
there's another glow squid, by the way.
There is. So he didn't really like get caught for it. I mean, he did, but he didn't get arrested.
He did. He went to prison, but like they didn't want the case to go to like trial because they knew he just hadn't given them enough to convince a jury. So it came down to convincing him to confess in exchange for a plea deal.
Yeah.
Which he wasn't going to do willingly. Eventually, they managed to get him to confess when they found a drive full of deleted pictures of the woman he murdered.
Wait, do you mean before she was murdered or after?
Before.
Okay.
But taken without her knowledge. Stalker pictures, basically. Not like the pictures that you would have of a family friend.
Yeah.
And they also found the packaging for a saw that was of the kind that was probably used to cut up the body. So, yeah, that's what convinced him to take a plea deal, but there are some people who think that the packaging, at least, was planted to try and... because they got so frustrated with him that they went to planting evidence. And I don't entirely disbelieve that.
It is really frustrating that, though, like, from the investigator's point of view, when, like, you know for sure that someone's done it, but you
I think he did it. I just think if they... I think he did it, but I think that if they did plant it, I'm not very comfortable with the methods used. But, again, you also can't prove that they planted it, so...
Yeah.
I was cutting flowers. It's getting flowers. Because I'm so lonely. Oh. My only friend in this world is a daisy.
Oh no.
Yeah, so there are a lot of very choice moments from the interrogation that sort of became memes in the true crime community. Such as the detective's insistence on repeating the words, "Why, Stuyven? Why? You hurt that girl." "No, I didn't." "Yes, you did." That's really what it amounted to. That's a direct quote.
Just them yelling at him.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. You can tell that they just get extremely desperate to get anything out of him.
It always creeps me out when, like, you get someone like that where that guy was a lawyer and it's like, how the fuck do people like this get these jobs and get into these positions?
He was like this weird, like, troll head, like, greasy, fuzzy doomsday prepper kind of guy who had, like, tins of beans for the apocalypse in his apartment. The sad part about it is that Stephen comes across as stupid because of his interrogation, where he just, like, shuts down as a human being, but that's actually an incredibly smart move.
Yeah.
Like, misleadingly smart, because I don't think Stephen was an idiot, which is what makes him scary.
Yeah. So I was reading, like, obviously most people know about this guy already, but I was reading about Ted Bundy the other day. I didn't actually know much about him until I read about him the other day. And he was in a pretty high up position of power, like, in his government, considering what he was and what he did.
Yeah, you know, I love crimes.
I love crime. No, they are just really fascinating to sort of talk about and read about.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it's horrible to like think about what they did, but it is also very intriguing to think about what they did.
TurtleMelon True Crime Podcast. Well, yes, this is a true crime podcast, but it's also I'm more of a Let's Play channel, so today we're going to be Let's Criming.
Let's crime. Oh no.
God.
But yeah, like
Let's do a Let's Crime channel. All our Let's Crime channel is just we like torrent movies.
Yeah. Just us illegally watching and downloading stuff, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Oh, there's a portal frame here.
Where the hell are you?
I was just to the left of where you were a minute ago. I think I see you.
I'm lost. Oh, here we go.
Portal frame of Bella. Pretty cool
Lovely.
one actually.
Anyways, yeah. Oh, Jesus, that's a big one.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Pretty massive one.
I've never seen one that gigantic.
Neither have I.
I've never seen that one with that much girth.
But yeah, I don't know how much you know about Ted Bundy. I'm guessing you know a decent amount.
I actually don't know much.
Because like I really didn't. The only thing I knew about him really is that like he got away with what he did was because he was handsome, because he was good looking. And like he didn't look like someone that would murder people, and so he got away with it because of that. But apparently he wasn't even actually that good looking. That was just kind of like a big excuse that the police used for why he wasn't caught for so long. Because like he was actually not that smart of a murderer when it comes down to it. Like he was obviously good at what he did, but he used the exact same method every single time and never deviated. He would
imagine being like the a police officer assigned to that case, and it's like, damn it, he was too sexy. We couldn't catch him.
He was just too sexy. But like, yeah, so he'd always go for the same sort of people, like young blonde women, and he'd always do the exact same thing. He'd like put on a sling and ask them to help him to his car and carry stuff. They'd go to his car, which was always the same car that he drove to his job, which was a VW Beetle. Very distinct car. I think it was yellow as well, so even more distinct. And he would just clock him over the head and put him in the back.
How could I possibly suspect someone who gets my dick so hard?
But like I didn't realize, so he was actually like a government official, and he'd written papers on how to prevent rape and like how to stay safe when walking out at night. Like he'd written like public documents. Yeah, I saw pillagers. I saw. Yeah, he'd like written documents about it.
I just see them in the distance staring at me.
Hello.
I don't like it. It's rather eerie, wouldn't you say?
It is very eerie.
Shall we kill them? I want to kill them.
We could try, but there's a lot of them.
It's not that many of them. I'll go for the main one. Give me your banner, bitch. There you go.
Got most of them.
Yeah. We win. I'm gonna kill this last one. You know, dead men tell no tales.
But yeah, apparently, like, when they were trying to catch him, they had, like, a really good profile for what he'd look like, the sort of person he was, the car that he drove, and everything. And, like I think his ex-girlfriend called in to the police station, was like, oh yeah, that's definitely Ted Bundy, like, my ex-boyfriend. It looks, that fits his profile exactly. And when I used to live with him, he had, like, girls' clothes that weren't mine, and a sling, and stuff that he didn't, and crutches that he didn't need. And they were like, nah, it can't be him. He's good looking. He doesn't fit the profile.
He's too goddamn sexy.
Literally, that's literally like what they did. They were like, this guy has a good job, seems to be like an upstanding citizen, and he doesn't look like a fucking munter. So they just wrote him off, like completely wrote him off as a suspect, even though he completely fit the profile. lot of
We live in a
animals.
society. I still love that excuse of, well, why would we suspect him? He's so goddamn hot.
But yeah, people do just think that that was like a big excuse that the police had, and like a lot of the things to do with like Ted Bundy and how long he was doing what he did was just because the people that were trying to catch him were pretty incompetent. Because,
It's
like I
just a
said, he was
it's just a very sexually conflicted and frustrated police chief.
yeah.
He's like, oh, we could arrest him, but damn those cheekbones.
He's just too
I
fuckable.
shouldn't laugh. It's terrible, but it's also very funny.
I know what you mean. It's like it's bad, but it's also like.
I mean, we joked about beating women at, like earlier, so I think we can joke about this.
Yeah, it's somewhat fine.
It's not fine. We're not fine.
Fuck.
Hey, you fell in the copper hole. Yeah, grab some coal while you're down there, dirty little coal boy. Oh, I fell in the copper hole. Oh, this is a rather nice hole. Turtle, your hole is fantastic.
It is. Would you like to share my hole?
No, not really. I actually don't have the inventory space to carry all this whole coal. Could you come pick it up, please?
Oh my god, it's the second fucking tower I've built up that was a jump off.
Thank you. Come on. I see you. I can see your name tag underground. Where'd you go? He's hiding. He's sulking. He's throwing a tantrum. Dirty little coal boy. I almost pressed F to turn on a flashlight. Like I said, I've been playing too much Half-Life. I just heard you go, eh.
Yeah. That wasn't me, that must have been a villager. Or a pillager.
No, I heard you go, eh. The fucking pillagers aren't British.
They are.
It fucking astounds me how Minecraft still has, like, gets away with the villagers. I'm not gonna lie.
What do you mean be so basic?
No, I mean the fact that they wear robes, like, live in villages, and build golems and shit, and they have big noses as their defining feature.
I don't see the correlation. I'm gonna be
It's
honest.
a Jewish stereotype.
That Jews build golems? What?
Yes!
Is that a
The
thing?
legend of... Golems are part of Jewish folklore. They're part of, like, Jewish mythology and religion.
I literally never knew that.
Did you not know that? That
I-
golems come from Judaism.
Honestly, I think that most people don't know that. Like, I've never heard that before.
I'm just saying, it's astounding that they haven't been cancelled yet.
I think the biggest reason why people don't cancel them is because most people don't even realise. Because I would have never realised had you not have mentioned it to me just then.
Oh yeah, they're also, one of their other defining features is that they're incredibly greedy. The villagers, which is another stereotype that it makes me uncomfortable when I realize that.
Sorry, dude. Yeah. It's not great.
Don't say that. You should make it sound like I'm lying about being uncomfortable. Listen, I want to be... Listen, okay. I want to be, like... I want to be able to ruthlessly slaughter populations in video games without it being, like, a specific hate crime.
But yeah, I literally, like, I've never heard anyone before, like, relate the villagers in Minecraft to Jews, ever. Like, I really think that's a correlation that very few people have made.
I mean, it might be a coincidence. I hope it's a coincidence, but I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's just a few too many things line up there, is all I'm going to say. It makes me a bit uncomfortable. I still, And if you've seen what Notch does on Twitter these days, I wouldn't be surprised.
For some reason, I just found it funny when you were saying like Jews build golems. It's just like everyone that's Jewish is just.
I didn't
just
say
out
that.
there fucking
I
building golems.
Hey, listen,
house.
motherfucker. I didn't say that Jews build golems. I said it was a Jewish stereotype and part of Jewish folklore. I don't believe in golems.
That common stereotype. Fucking goddamn Jewish people always trying to start some golemancy shit.
Everyone knows this. Everyone knows
no,
this.
No, they
Turtle.
don't.
Everyone.
No, they don't. I bet I could ask 10 people I know, and none of them would know that.
Listen, motherfucker, I've seen fucking golem hentai tagged with Jewish mythology. Listen here, bucko.
Oh, God. I don't know why I find that so funny.
God, we've really...
They're just lifting...
They're
just lifting up an iron golem in the chair with a da-da-da-da-da-da.
Hey, so See, the thing is, we haven't actually said anything that bad, but still I feel like I'm going to fumble what I'm trying to say in such a way that it sounds like I'm saying something horrible.
See, what you got to remember is, we're two and 3/4 hours into this. The only people that are still here are asleep.
Listen, never underestimate the internet is all I'm gonna say. Never underestimate the internet. Type hashtag golem hentai in the comments if you've watched this far.
Yes, that'd be so funny.
Oh God, what are we doing?
Oh my God, that'd be so funny.
We've gone from like murder to fucking golemancy to
Golemancy of the Jews sounds like a film. I don't know why, but it does.
Sounds like a very bad and Indiana Jones movie. Indiana Jones and the Golemancy of the Jews. I've lost you again.
Oh my God, so funny. Where the fuck are you? What? You were right behind me a second ago. What the hell are you doing?
I have a talent for. I have a talent for getting lost. I'm
Just
like
come
a
back
child
to where you were. Oh, there you are. There you are.
Right. I did a lot of research into Jewish folklore for doing some designing for the Epic mod.
Oh, right, okay. Oh, was that when you did, what's his name?
Lo and Joseph.
Yeah.
Yeah, which coincidentally is a character from Jewish folklore, which made a golem.
Yeah, I think you did mention that to me when you first designed them. But I've obviously just forgotten since then.
Yeah,
I've since detached myself from the suggestions area of that it's called.
So don't just say it like it's a war crime. Wet Psycho just bullies me until I cry. It's nothing that bad. Come on now.
Nah, I just kind of got fed up of people arguing, so I just left. Well, I didn't leave, but I just stopped looking at it. What's going on with all these trees that don't have like leaves on the side?
But you were just gonna say what's going on with all these trees?
Is this like a chunk border or something? It's like fucked up.
Look at this. Okay, wait a minute. Let me check. Oh yeah, it is exactly on a chunk border.
I'm gonna say because the leaves they just kind of chop off, don't they?
Yeah. I pressed the There's a hotkey that shows chunks.
Yeah, I thought there was. Yeah.
F3 and G together shows chunks, and that tree is exactly on a chunk border.
Intriguing.
Now let me turn it off because it's insufferable. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I did a lot of research into Jewish folklore and mythology, which, it's fascinating. I learned a lot.
Oh yeah, that is the thing about religion. Like, I'm not a religious person, like, at all. But religion, in basically any religion you look into, they have some really cool, like, sort of mythology and, like, lore around them. Even if it does all seem like complete cockamamie to me. It's...
Even if you have a very, very simplistic set of beliefs, over enough time, people will add like figures and build a mythology.
Yeah, exactly.
Because like it's human to like if we build a mythology, we can anthropomorphize like the religion, which
Hmm.
is why you have so many Greek myths and Greek figures. Because there's also the fact that people always wanted. The reason why there's a lot of Greek heroes actually is because a lot of people will just make shit up and like insert like supposed family members into myths so that they could claim to be related to some Greek hero,
Yeah, yeah.
which worked because back then they didn't have Snopes.
Back then, everyone believed everything you said.
Yeah, everything you said on Facebook in ancient Greece, Caronius would believe. Um, yeah, and I think much the same. A lot of stuff happened with that cabin with King Arthur as well. I think
I'm
that
really
like
liking it.
King Arthur is almost definitely, I think at least, a real historical figure who was
Yeah,
just
I think so.
mythologized after his death into some unbelievable hero that probably would have been very astonishing to hear had he been able to hear it.
Yeah. I mean, like, the same can be said about Jesus, really.
Yeah, he was real, but I don't
Like,
think he did the things that they say he did.
yeah, exactly. I gonna say, I think he did things that people didn't understand at the time, and because people didn't understand it, they assumed it was like magic. It's the same way
Are you
with
seeing what I'm
with
saying?
how like yes, I am. It's the same when people used to like burn people for being witches. People did stuff that wasn't witchcraft,
Witches.
that wasn't anything out of the ordinary. It was just things that people didn't understand, and because they
I
didn't
mean, a lot of the
understand
time they
them,
didn't even. A lot of the time, people didn't even do that. People were just burned as witches because, like, people
because
didn't like them and
yeah,
made shit
exactly,
up.
yeah.
It's like, yes, that Mrs. Beatrice down the road is a right cunt. Let me tell the Inquisitor General that she put a hex on my chickens.
And it's like as well, it's like because back then, like public executions and all that sort of stuff were just not seen as a unnatural thing. They were so like normalized. Doing that sort of thing
Yeah,
and getting rid of someone you
bring your
didn't like
kids
that
down
way
to the
was just so
hanging.
it was so normal and easy.
I mean, let me put it like this. I think that if the French brought back hangings, it's not hangings, beheadings, it's so in their blood that they would probably be fine with it.
Oh my god.
I know some French people, and I don't think that they would be too phased by seeing a beheading.
Whoa! Hi sheep! You see
I
this?
see this too.
Party sheep!
I don't think that's a party. I think that's agony. Uh, somebody like take this clip and play the femur breaker sounds over it.
Oh my god. The sheep's going supersonic.
I
I think
can't kill him.
I think we're
I
stuck,
can't
you
kill him.
know? Like how are we gonna get home?
Uh, I don't know. We'll just wander. Oh, I see some chunks loading over here.
I've lost you again, are you?
I walked in a straight line. I literally can't
I
go
see,
to the
I
one
see.
side of the world. Yeah, some chunks are loading. Um, yeah, it's happened a lot throughout history. People just get deified for things they never did. Things that would probably be honestly like if you
Pretty mundane,
were
yeah,
to
yeah.
like if you were to like tell King Arthur like a real King Arthur, the legends of King Arthur, I'd say none of it would probably align with anything he ever did. He was probably just like a king, and people made shit up about him after he died.
Yeah.
Like there's specifically one story that I believe like a very famous story of King Arthur that just came out that was just made up by some monk. He was like, this will look good in the books.
Yeah, I gotta say I think that's another thing as well about like I feel like as religion sort of popped up and started to gain more traction, I mean I know it was a long time ago that happened, but
This new
having a
fad that the
deity,
kids call
yeah,
religion.
but like having a deity and having like a figurehead or whoever, I think it probably felt like it legitimized the belief system or legitimized
It's
the
comforting,
religion.
definitely.
So a lot of people would either make them up or like truly believe in them and spread the word of them to legitimize their belief system.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably very comforting.
Yeah. It's always a very difficult
anyways,
thing to understand religion from like my perspective. Like
speaking of simple systems that sort of were personified needlessly, I was reading about Neoplatonism, talking about how like Neoplatonism. I've probably rambled about it to you before.
Probably.
It's like this belief system that's like, oh, the universe is actually, reality is made up of the perception of our souls that we impact upon true reality, which is called the anima mundi, which is the real world, and what we see is only a mirror of it.
I've heard that, yeah.
And the anima mundi was created by a cosmic intelligence called the nous, and the nous is not just wise, it is wisdom, and it itself is a cosmic structure that created the anima mundi, and the nous is actually a vague reflection of the real world called the one.
I always find those things so funny. And it's like it's just like people will cite things like Jesus and things like other religions to be like, oh, but you don't really have proof that it exists. But this is
broke a beehive.
I saw. But this is really like how on earth would you ever prove that these things exist? Like, I'm not. If anyone believes that out there, I'm not going to say that you shouldn't. But
Neoplatonism is a very old thing. I would be surprised if anyone listening knows what it is, or let alone believes it.
I wouldn't think so either. But yeah.
It's called Neoplatonism, but it's still extremely old, because when they named it Neoplatonism, it was very new, but it's not new anymore.
But yeah, it's just kind of one of those things, isn't it, where it's like when something is that complex and convoluted of an idea of the world we live in.
If you think about it, that's actually not that complex compared to a lot of religions that like have a shit ton of legends and stories.
Yeah.
It's not complex, it's just abstract compared to what we're used to.
It's not just big man sky created things.
I was reading more about it, and I read, it was like, these are the four main principles. Reality is what we perceive it to be, perceive as, a reflection of the anima mundi, which was created by the nous, and the nous is a reflection of the one. And I read that and I'm like, okay, this doesn't actually seem that complex. And then I read down further and it's like, over the years, people have had many hundreds of intermediary deities. And I'm like, God damn it.
It just keeps going.
Yeah. It just sort of proves that people will never really be content to just sit with a very abstract religion. If you want to get into it, you need a hero, someone you can root for.
Yeah. Well, I kind of say, because having an abstract religion that doesn't have a figurehead, doesn't have like a god, is really just living a life by the rules of society. That's not really a religion. Like, I mean, I know it is technically, but like, I think people don't view it as such, because just living a life by a simple set of principles to be good and be virtuous is just kind of living a normal life.
Yeah, but what if your principles are like, be good, be virtuous, and also, like, don't eat apples?
Well then, yeah, that's a bit different.
Like, religion isn't just marked by, like, logical rules, it's also marked by plenty of illogical ones.
Yeah. Yeah, like, I pretty much like very laid back about religion and stuff. Like I said, even though I'm not religious myself, I'm pretty accepting of religion and stuff. But I do find it funny when I
think we've all gone through the edgy atheist phase.
But I do find it like funny when you get like the super hardcore serious religious people that are just like they like believe aspects of the religion and like go to such an extent to like push it on others that it's just absurd.
Nobody likes you, Frank. Go home. I'm trying to tell you how the gays are eating their children. Frank, please leave.
It's just, yeah, I'm gonna say, like, the parts of, like, when people like, literally believe, like, every single word of the Bible was true fact. I always find that bizarre.
Like, they'll think that every word of the Bible is true fact, but they'll still, like, disobey the niche rules of it.
That's what I mean, yeah. Like, when you get, like, people that believe and follow all of these rules that are there, but then, like, yeah, they kind of pick and choose, but also they follow rules that are so clearly, like, outdated and outclassed and, like, can't possibly be truly followed in today's day and age. Like, it's, like, you just can't.
Oh, dude, look.
Beautiful.
It's very spooky. Spooky cave. Yeah, like, thou shall not... You know, you have some rules that are like, thou shalt not covet a neighbor's oxen, or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know what, mate? I wasn't gonna do that. I won't... You know what? My neighbor's oxen are safe. And then you have rules that are like, thou shalt not wear clothing made from mixed fibers. Like, what? Like they spun the wheel of sin to see what would be outlawed today.
Yeah. I gotta say, I remember, like, I think it was either reading or watching a video about some of the really strange things in the Bible, and one of them was, like, there's, like, a rule in there that says that slavery is fine, but you can't, like, you will be punished if you beat up your neighbour's slave, but only if you kill it. If you beat it to within an inch of his life and he dies, then it's bad. But if he lives, then it's okay. But if the slave dies after 10 days within you beating them, then it's still your fault and that's considered bad. But if you beat them to an inch of their life and they recover, you're off the hook. It's fine. It's just like, what?
It's like, very strange.
Yeah. It's just like, the stuff like that, like, just shows how sort of outdated some of the things can be. And honestly, I think, like, most people that are religious nowadays aren't like that.
It is correct. You probably shouldn't beat slaves to death.
Yeah.
But it's correct in the worst way.
Yeah. But I gotta say, it's like, I understand. Yeah, I understand that, like, the vast majority of people that are Christian or whatever don't abide by the old Bible and don't abide by the old rules and stuff. It's like a new version of the rules or whatever you want to call it. But still, it is. You do get some people that, like, religiously, kind of funny to say that, but you know what I mean, stick by the words of the original Bible text, even though it is so clearly outdated now. Like, there's still many things in there that probably stay true.
Your heart's in the right place, buddy. Your heart's in the right place, but it should probably be a bit more in the right place.
Yeah. I just find it interesting. Like, I don't. If anyone out there is, like, deeply religious and is offended by what I'm saying, I apologize. But I just find it interesting, like, how different people view different things.
With all due respect, Turtle, you're not really saying anything profound or.
No, I'm not. I'm not, like, shitting on people's religion or anything. I'm just saying that, like, it's a bit crazy that there's some people out there that stick by every single word that was written in a book, fucking so old that it's insane.
Yes.
What if the Bible was just like a sci-fi book that was written back then? Science fiction, maybe.
About that. One, because it's not even very good science fiction.
No.
Like, if you want science fiction, you should read some of that, some of the Indian shit.
Yeah.
That's great. Talking about, like, cosmic entities and shit with billions of galactic stomachs. It's incredible. Speaking of Indian religion, there's some very interesting concepts in it that I genuinely, it's a shame they're not adapted more in media. Like, India and that part of the world in general, of course, not just India. I know there's a lot of, like, countries in that area I'm just saying that as a generalization.
Just generalization,
Don't lynch me.
I don't think anyone's going.
Who knows? There's probably some. Susan Wajumdaderm is gonna come after me. Susan McWumpus. There's some coal in here as well. Good little coal boy.
Got it. Should try and head back to the base.
Speaking of old books, I was raised on a lot of very old British books.
Nice.
Books that belonged to my grandmother. She gave them to me, and I would read like old mystery and adventure novels, like for British youths.
Yeah.
And it fucked me up, man. Look at me. I'm clearly a broken individual now.
Look at me.
Okay, what direction is the base again?
Oh,
460 by 120.
Make it. Oh. Hey.
We've pretty much gone in like a mostly straight line. We just have to head back this way.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, you know what? We should christen this mountain. We should name it.
Let's name it.
Plant our flag atop it.
Peaceful bitch land. I don't know.
I concur.
My flag.
I hate it. It's perfect.
Wait, it needs a... That's just the pole. It needs an actual flag.
I mean, isn't just the pole your flag? You know, it's like, hey, it's me, just the pole, TurtleMelon. Oh, you know, it's like that. It's like the flag of that one country that decided that rectangles were too mainstream.
Exactly.
I don't remember what it's called. What do we call it again? I've forgotten.
Flag bitch town. I can't remember. I don't remember at all.
Yeah, we've named it.
Yay!
We've named it, and my next order of business was to litter. True human fashion. We discover a pristine mountaintop environment, plant a flag, and throw our garbage there. Oh, what are you doing?
Some commemorative lava for the mountain.
You know what? It's like champagne.
Exactly. It's like when you break a bottle over a boat. You just pour a tub of lava down the side of a mountain.
Yeah.
Do you know that this is one thing that I have to say? Of all the cool shit and new stuff they've been doing in Minecraft, and especially once the next update comes, their liquid dynamics are still fucking arse.
I mean, I don't think they need to be any better.
I mean, no, they don't. But with all the updates and stuff they're doing, you kind of think that they would have got round to it by now.
Like, what would you change?
Just make it flow a bit more naturally. The flow of it's so blocky, and I know it sounds stupid because it's Minecraft, but it's so like blocky and like not very natural. It's so like
You want that HD. Hold on a minute. Can you give me a bucket? I have a bucket. Wait a minute. I'm gonna test something because I might be seeing this wrong, but doesn't it look like there's no snow around this lava?
There's no snow around it. I don't know why. Very strange.
Is that like a chunk glitch, or is the lava repelling the snow?
I think it is a chunk glitch, because even when the lava's gone, there's still no snow.
Well, there's still lava there.
Oh, I suppose. Very weird. But yeah, you can see where the snow's disappeared, it's like a perfect square. Oh, no,
Also, let me turn on... let me turn on chunk borders again. Yeah, no, it's not like chunk-based. Like... there's snow over here, and this is in the same chunk as over there.
I wonder why it's coded in a way where you can't have particles from rain or snow falling above your head. What's that about?
Probably because it would like be really difficult to like look around if there was snow all around you, like in front of you.
All around me. Merry Christmas. Me man. Banana.
I'm not sure why. Is it like the torches? Wait, it's
Yeah.
changed. Dude. It's now a perfect square around where you place the torches. I wonder.
Interesting.
Dude, it is torch-based. Look,
That's so weird. Whoa.
look.
It's the light level that changes it.
So, like, light level... That's so cool. I didn't know that happened. I didn't know you could remove snow by placing down a torch.
That's pretty fucking
Dude, that's
cool.
wild.
That's pretty
Gotta
cool.
put
I
the
wonder if
lava
that
back.
happens with any light source, because it's definitely doing it with lava.
It's doing it with the lava. I wonder if it's like any light source or only light sources that can melt like ice. Because there are some light sources that can't.
That's very cool. I like it.
Look,
Right,
I
let's
come
carry
over
on
here,
home.
place on a torch, no more snow. It's wild. I fucking love that. I didn't know that happened. Now I learned that that's like something that's been in the game for 16 goddamn years.
Let's go home.
It's been in the game since 1973, and I just didn't know it.
It was the first feature ever created in Minecraft as a concept before Minecraft existed.
Yeah, like snow dynamics. Minecraft started as a snow dynamic simulator. Little known fact.
Do you remember when everyone was really worried when Microsoft took over Minecraft?
I mean, yes, clearly they've fucked it into oblivion.
Like, they actually did a pretty fucking good job with it. Like, everyone was so worried.
They've done a good job with the Java edition.
Oh, well, yeah, but no one plays Bedrock. Who gives a shit about Bedrock?
More people than you'd think, and it's still really sad to see what they've done with
honestly, I really don't even understand why they have a Bedrock edition. Like, what's the point?
Monetize it, Turtle.
Just, like, get rid.
That's why they have a... It's a very sheer cliff face.
Like, just make sure the two changes are merged, so, like, all the Bedrock stuff gets added to this version, and then just fucking get rid of Bedrock. What's the point? Why is there two different... Like,
you know
first
why
of all,
you know why they want to monetize it. They want to make money.
I don't know, but yeah, it's like, first of all, why is there two different versions of Minecraft? Well, then second of all, why do they have different things in them? Like, why is there certain like features that are just part of one and not the other, and vice versa? It's very odd.
So look, torches don't remove the rain.
No, that would be good.
So it's not like just a particle system thing. It's literally they made it so that light sources remove snow.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm just checking the coordinates, making sure we're still going in the right direction. Yeah, so, Bedrock is a fucking mess.
Yeah, I've heard. But it does also have some really cool stuff in it, like movable tile entities and stuff.
Yeah, but that's the only thing it has going for it.
So yeah, it just needs to be deleted. Like, why would you play that then?
God damn, like, the fact that some people can say, like, mine coins with a straight face and not want to kill themselves, just...
Yeah, I really don't get why people play Bedrock Edition. It doesn't make any sense to me.
People in Java are like, yeah, I made a custom skin with, like, you know, I made a nice custom skin with goodness knows what in it. It's really fun and cool and hip. And I did a lot of pixel work on it. And people in Bedrock, meanwhile, like, I spent 500 mine coins to buy a skeleton creeper head that I can put on my character. And I can also spend 600 mine coins to buy some jeans.
Fucking stupid.
People in Java like have access to infinite creativity with their skins, whereas people on Bedrock are like, I wonder what I'll spend my mine coins on.
Honestly, until this very day, right here, right now, I didn't even know that Minecoins existed in Bedrock Edition. I didn't know it was a pay-to-win sort of thing. I had no idea.
Not really pay to win,
not win, but like, you know what I mean.
I had no idea. A lot of stuff that's just on the Java edition you got to pay for.
Yeah, I had no idea.
You can change your skin to whatever you want for free on Java. And like in Bedrock, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna buy the skeleton skin. And of course, you don't just buy the skeleton skin; you buy it in parts using mine coins to buy. I'm gonna buy the skeleton head, then the skeleton torso, and then the skeleton legs for my mine coins.
Yeah, that seems like a really shitty idea. I don't know why anyone would play that.
It's just sad. And it's clear that the version only exists to be monetized.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was monetized. I had no idea. That like
I remember I played on Pocket Edition years ago. Like years and years ago when I was just a little kid. And Pocket Edition is what it was called before they changed it to Bedrock Edition. Because it's like a smaller version of Minecraft with not as many features that you could play on like a tablet or a phone.
yeah.
And it didn't have any of that.
I gotta say,
And
yeah,
then
when I had it
when
on my phone,
Microsoft
it
took
didn't have any
over,
of that.
it became Bedrock Edition, and it had a PC version, and it was monetized.
Back.
I just don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Repeat. Just me winning.
It's just sad.
It is. I'm gonna say
And
it
it's sad
is.
that people will still defend it.
It's just sad the way that the gaming industry has gone recently. It's definitely healing like a bit, but really not that much overall. Like I'm really happy that games, especially like FPS games, have sort of gotten into the habit now and sort of down to the peer pressure of the fans to have all DLCs and stuff be free updates and like just have or like buy a battle pass / season pass and you come in that rather than having it paid for each separately.
I have no problem with DLCs if they're good.
Yeah, same. But like one of the bigger problems with FPS, because I know Gun like wasn't ever a bigger sort of Call of Duty player or anything, but one of the big problems with Call of Duty was always that they would always release with each COD 4 DLCs, which honestly were fairly worth the money. They were like £10 and you got like 5 multiplayer maps and sometimes a zombies map or like a co-op mission or whatever. God damn it.
Well done.
I know.
You just walked off the edge.
I
Did you even jump?
I did try to jump. Too late. But yeah, and it did come with enough stuff for them to be worth the money. But the biggest problem was that by the time all 4 DLCs were out, there was an endless, well, not endless, but there was a very high amount of combinations of player bases. Because if you earned DLC 3 and none of the rest, you could only queue up for games of people that also only earned DLC 3 and nothing else. Then you had some people that earned 1 and 2 and not 3 and 4. Then you had some people that earned all 4, some people that earned just 1, just 2, and there was just endless combinations of people and which DLCs they earned. And it meant that the player base just became more and more split, and it became harder and harder to find matches full of people. It was really stupid.
I've spent a lot of money on DLCs for various games. I bought the Dead Cells DLCs. I've of course gotten every Isaac DLC. I've what else? I have just trying to think of what else I got. I got both Graveyard Keeper DLCs. I've spent a lot of money on DLCs for games, but like
they've all been worth it.
It's worth it because they're good.
Yeah, I think
those DLCs are good and add tangibly to the game experience.
Yeah. I think the most sort of money I've spent on DLC stuff overall, and especially the one that I have least reason to spend the money on, is City Skylines. I own like every single DLC for City Skylines. Every time a new one comes out, I buy it and play it for a bit. I feel like
Paradox Interactive.
I feel like it's a worthwhile purchase because I do enjoy City Skylines a lot, but also like I don't play the game enough to warrant the amount I spend on the DLCs.
I don't like it when games like have an inordinate amount of DLCs.
Yeah, to be fair, I will agree that they do have too many. And as well as the fact that one very good thing I will say about Paradox, despite the fact they have a lot of DLCs, is normally when they bring out a DLC, the core system that's part of the DLC is free. Anyone can use the core system, but then all the extras of the DLC, and also the DLC is usually pretty cheap, like usually £10 maximum. And
like this. I don't like it when like DLCs like think like this. DLCs in games that I particularly like are things where it's like, here's the main game, and here's content that there's so much content that it rivals the main game and what we're charging for it. And it's like, yeah, I'll pay for that. Like,
I don't mind if it's
the
not
cost
like that as long as the cost is reflected. Like the City Skylines is like £30-40 as a base price. So when a
one that I
DLC is like
can't fucking
£10, I'm kind
defend.
of fine about with that.
One that I can't fucking defend is like The Sims.
Oh yeah, Sims is pretty bad. It's very small amounts of content, very large amount of DLCs, and quite a high cost associated considering the amount of content. I will admit, City Skylines are.
Oh, we've gone too far in this
Oh,
direction.
have we? I will admit, City Skylines are a little bit overpriced for what you do get with them. It's like they're not the best value for money, and as I said, considering how much I play the game, which isn't actually that much, I probably do spend too much money on them. And I don't know. It's just
Should go this way.
just one of those things, I guess.
Yeah, like The Sims just doesn't add enough content with each DLC for me to like want to buy all of them.
Yeah.
But for how much they like cost. Oh, I see the tower.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 100%. Like I was gonna say about City Skylines, like they added in like the nightlife update and they added in the snowy update, but DLC, sorry, but both of those came with an associated update that added the day-night cycle to everyone's game, whether you had nightlife or not, and added the snowy climates to the game, whether you had the snowy DLC or not. They always give the core systems for free, which is like really nice.
Yeah. I think that was a successful mission. I don't know
think
what
so
we
too.
really went out to achieve, but we succeeded in it, whatever it was.
I don't know. We had a little wander. We got some. I got quite a lot of wood. I got like
Oh, I bet you did.
three stacks of oak and 4 stacks of birch.
Yeah, but something that just drives me up the wall is like Bedrock Edition. I got it recently to play with a friend who only has Bedrock Edition, which was like, fine. That's reason enough for me to want to get it, you know?
Yeah.
And I jump on, and the first thing I see is like, welcome to Bedrock Edition. For your mine coins, you can buy skins. Turtle, don't throw that stuff away. It could be useful.
I'm not throwing it away. You can have it. Just in my inventory. I don't want it to be.
For your mine coins, you can buy skins. It's like, what? Mine coins? What is this? What is the forbidden language?
That is a bit gross.
And I look at this, and it's like, what? And then I see like the most horrifying thing that you can possibly see in any game that is like selling out.
What's that?
A Despicable Me Minions crossover.
Oh, no. God damn.
It's disgusting, isn't it?
Oh,
They're like
my God.
selling like access to minion themed maps and shit for mine coins.
Damn. Yeah, I think that's the sort of the biggest taboo really with it, isn't it? That they're monetizing
the biggest
stuff.
Taboo is minions.
Well, minions, but I mean the fact that they're monetizing stuff that's free in their other version of the game. That's like the big no-no. It's not that they're monetizing it. I mean that's already bad enough, but it's the fact that they're monetizing stuff that is otherwise free.
Yeah. And again, I don't know why.
Which makes me wonder why don't people just pay the £15 and buy regular Minecraft?
Again, some people don't have computers. Some people just play on like tablets and phones, and they have to use Bedrock.
I suppose that's true, but when you have a PC, no reason not.
Yeah, but a PC is a significantly more higher investment than just 15 quid.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's what quid means, but I'm assuming
It
so.
is. 15 quid is like a pound. Quid.
Wait, what?
A quid is equivalent to a pound. It's just another way of saying pound.
Then why did you say that 15 quid was £1?
I didn't.
You literally did. Like, not 3 seconds ago, you said that 15 quid was £1.
I didn't mean that 15 quid was £1. I meant that the word quid meant pound.
I'm so confused by you. Why do you have like 3 different names so you're fucking country's currency?
I don't know. A lot of countries have that. Like, why do Americans call them bucks sometimes?
Because
People just
they're
have different
bucks.
names for money.
Because they're bucks, you dumbass. Don't you get it? Don't you understand the clear, like, verbal meaning behind $15? It makes sense.
Still. Anyways, I think this is a good point to leave off the recording. It's been like 3.5 hours, which is a lot longer than our regular Minecraft sessions. A lot longer. But
to hell with it, we were having fun.
Like I said, yeah, basically, most of the time we just play until we either can't anymore or get bored. And I would not say I'm bored, but I would definitely say that I should probably
zombie,
stop.
that's a bad place for you to be.
But so yeah, we'll leave it off here, and we've made a good amount of progress, honestly. I know that building-wise, it doesn't actually seem like that much, considering that's what we set out to do, but
hey, dude,
this is really
funny?
nice. What?
Hold on just a second. Where'd I put all my wood? Feed me. Seymour. You know, I once went to a live dub of Little Shop of Horrors.
Oh.
Yeah, it was like a cast was like black and white footage with no sound, and they were dubbing over it live. I'll actually get you a second chest.
Are you gonna kill me?
In the chest. I'm putting my stuff in a chest too. Don't worry. I have a perfect idea for how we should end the video.
Okay.
Yeah, but I once went to see a live dub of that. It was weird seeing like a live dub.
Yeah, that sounds.
You know what I mean?
Strange. Yeah. That does
Put
sound
all your
odd.
stuff in this chest, and don't forget your armor.
That I actually have to.
I think we should end this video by throwing ourselves into the furnace lava pit.
Yes, let's do.
On 3. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yes. Oh, we died at the exact same time. That was perfect.
Oh, it's so wholesome.
Yes, and when we spawn in bed together. If you'd ever spawn, there you go. Hello. Yay.
Wholesome 100. Anyways, yes,
Indeed.
this has been this.
This has been Minecraft. This has been the religious murder podcast.
Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed nonetheless. Anyone
true
that's
crime,
here,
religion,
that's on.
whatever.
Yeah. But yeah, anyone that's still
hentai.
watching so far and made it this far through, I hope you enjoyed. And we will be back at some point. I'm not going to give any specific date for when we'll play this again, because we just kind of play it when we feel like it. Either way, hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye-bye.